Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Chad. This is streaming live on Open Your Reality, Bend the Spoon, and the Kriya Yoga School channel. So, welcome, everybody. We have a few people that will be joining us. Now, this is going to be a special yagna fire ceremony. Vedgurudev, who most of you who watch my channel know who he is, but Vedgurudev is a Kriya Yoga master who I have a school with. And this is not an advertisement for the school, but he called me about 2 hours ago and said that he wanted to come on and do a special live stream. It is 12:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. And so we usually live stream in the mornings at 11 a.m. So this is kind of unusual. And in our school, we do what's called a yagna ceremony. Yagna, Yagna. And I've had some pictures. I took down the pictures, unfortunately, but if you saw the thumbnail, you would have seen the fire. It's like a fire pit, and you have statues of Ganesh and Shiva. These are the holy Hindu statues. And it's not really a common occurrence for many people to have a yagna fire pit, but Vedgurudev actually has one because he's very, very serious about his practice. Now, as you know, Vedgurudev contacted me back in February of this year, and he was a world-class DJ. He actually won DJ of the Year, I believe it was twice, an international DJ, and he has all these awards. And so he knew nothing about Kriya Yoga. He knew very little about spirituality. And one of the people that he was working for said that he was going to take a trip to Sri Lanka and be initiated into Kriya Yoga. And Vedgurudev was like, I don't want to do yoga. You know, he wasn't a very flexible person. He was living the life of a DJ, you know, all the trappings of the material world, the women, the money, the fame. Well, anyway, I don't know how it happened, but the Kriya Yoga bug hit him. Babaji tapped him on the forehead, and he turned into this Kriya Yoga just student. He wanted to absorb as much knowledge as he could. And so he went off to the Himalayas on his own after being initiated into Kriya Yoga. And he trained with the masters. Now, I do have a few pictures here. And we'll get to, by the way, some of you are saying carnivore stuff. I have so many things I want to talk about. But they're going to be coming on very shortly. They're just working on getting the fire set up. So that's why I'm here with you until they come on. But it's okay because, you know, I could be here for probably 3 or 4 hours just talking. If someone sits in front of me, I can just nonstop talk. But it's interesting because I am alone in my apartment. There's nobody here. It's just me and my pillow. So when I'm by myself, I'm pretty quiet. I don't really say anything. I'm just, you know, working or meditating or reading a book or taking a walk. But you put a camera in front of me or you put somebody there and I'll just talk their head off. It's like, I don't know. I have endless details in my head to share. So we're probably not even going to get a fraction into this before they come on. They should be on in a few minutes. So let me get back to what I was talking about. This is Vedgurudev here. And this is his guru that he met in the Himalayas. And that's him with his guru in the Himalayas again. And he is a teacher of Kriya Yoga in Thailand, where he lives, Vedgurudev. Here he's teaching the students, and over here. And he did a class this Saturday. We do a class every Saturday, a live class in our school. And he would, you know, he was doing some very flexible things. I am the least flexible person probably on the planet. You know, I would break if I go more, but it's helped me, right? Because I play tennis, play basketball, never get injured. And maybe that's because I'm not very flexible. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. But anyway, so we do this yagna fire ceremony bi-monthly. We do it on the full moon and on the new moon. And the way it works is our students write in their troubles. Now, it could be about anything. It could be about relationship problems. It could be they want to lose weight. It could be like me, who has an autoimmune condition, who's trying to rid myself of that. It could be money problems, anything. And Vedgurudev will recite the student's name, their location, and their problem if they want to make it public. If not, then he'll just recite it privately. So he'll just repeat it to himself. So some students like it to be public, some students like it to be private. And then he will throw the name and location and problem into the fire, therefore burning it up. Now, you might be saying it's silly. You might be saying that doesn't work. But in actuality, I have a girlfriend. Her name is Jean. I wish I could show you some video, but it's on my other computer. I probably could pull up some pictures, but I've showed her on some of my videos. And she had a dry cough and a couple other issues. And she says that she's a member of the school, but since Vedgurudev has been feeding the fire with her troubles, she's actually felt better. And her cough, I was with her the last 2 or 3 days, and she barely coughed at all. As a matter of fact, I don't even remember her coughing. Now, there could be a couple of things, but she thinks that it has a lot to do with the yagna fire ceremony, and I think it's also because I told her to lay off certain foods. Now, if you have any questions, you have any comments, just drop them in the comment section. Someone said here, JDH says, I need to know you stopped eating raw pork. Please, Lord, help this man who knows not what he does. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I wrote back and I said, I'm eating raw pork right now because I was a little hungry. So I decided to snack on some raw pork. Now it's just a little bit of raw pork, but mostly raw beef. And guys, I've been strict carnivore, like raw beef, raw pork, raw egg, salt, water. That's it. That's it. For over a month now. It's been amazing. I haven't had a carb probably in about 33 days. I think since the end of April, and now we're in June. So it's just incredible to me that the body can go on without carbs. Because if you're talking about sugar, I was addicted to sugar. We're all addicted to sugar in some form because all plant foods is sugar. But I was addicted to sugar probably more than probably 95% of you. I always had to finish my meal with some type of dessert, whether it be a fruit or a piece of chocolate or maybe like a vegan cookie. It was always a healthy snack in a sense, but still I needed the sugar. And even earlier this year, I was snacking on grapes and I would buy blueberries thinking, well, I don't know if I could ever give up these tasty treats. But in fact, one of the ways you could do it is you brainwash yourself by watching YouTube videos, by reading books over and over and over. And it's a little bit of information bias because you're looking for videos and books to support your claim. There's something in psychology, I forgot, I don't know if it's the Dunning-Kruger effect, but you're basically trying to brainwash yourself. In this case, it's okay because you're trying to brainwash yourself into giving up something that's bad for you, like sugar. Now, some of you eat fruit, you have no problem. Some of you can have cookies. This all depends on your age. It depends on the health of your gut. A lot of the yogis, they don't really indulge in very sweet foods. They don't even indulge in many foods at all. They're eating mostly rice, vegetarian fare. Some yogis eat meat. That's fine. But I've noticed that if you see, because I took Jean to a store. Jean's my girlfriend. I took her to a store yesterday. It's one of the most amazing food stores I've ever been in. It's called the Boys Market in Delray Beach. I don't know why they call it the Boys Market. They just do. And this is a store where you walk in, it has everything from cheeses, meats, fish, coffee, chocolates. It has bakery items, they have huge produce, organic. I mean, you name it, it's there. It's incredible. And you'll see stuff there that you wouldn't find anywhere else. Like you talk about the local food stores like Publix, and you talk about Winn-Dixie, they have nothing compared to this store. It's a mom and pop store. And there's a million people in there. The prices are great, and the aisles are like this big, so you have to have a lot of patience. But I took Jean to all around the store. You know, I told her what was good because I remember when I used to eat that stuff. I said, "You gotta try this honeydew." I don't think she ever tried honeydew before. She tried that. Oh, I love the honeydew. She bought a little honeydew. She bought a little this, a little that. You know, and I kind of live vicariously through her because just by smelling the food, that's enough for me. I can smell the honeydew. I can smell the coconut cookie or whatever she ate. And some people can do it. You know, some people have a healthy gut. Some people are young. Some bodies can handle it. And you know what? You could eat that. Doesn't mean it's really healthy, though. That's what I thought. When I was younger, I was just eating all this sugar and I was thinking, oh, it's so good for me. It's fruit. And I saw Paul Saladino go back to the corner. You know, he was strict carnivore and then he went and he added fruit and honey. I don't understand it. Your teeth get worse. I mean, it spikes your insulin. Your energy goes up and down. It's just it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And here's another reason why I know that the sugar is bad, because since I went full carnivore, not that I wasn't full carnivore before, but I was just eating, like I said, a little bit of grapes and blueberries. I feel, or I can see that my skin has gotten a lot better. And I'm talking about the psoriasis. Some of you have skin conditions out there. A lot of times it's the sugar that causes the problem, the candida. So I don't want to make this, this is not supposed to be a whole health thing, but I know guys started me off with talking about diet. So you know me, like I could sit here all night and talking about it because I study it all the time. And I live it and I think about it. I breathe diet. I breathe everything, spirituality, business, whatever. I have so many interests. Sean Fadley says, thank you, Sean. Hey man, kudos and thanks for your dedication and above and beyond work. I appreciate your approach to challenges. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Joshua Carpenter says, does eating raw pork help with genital herpes? Interesting. Probably not. And I wouldn't know because I don't have any STDs. So, you know, that's something that you would have to find out on your own, Joshua. You guys coming up with these questions, let me tell you. Truth Detective says raw chicken is delicious. I never eat chicken. I think chicken is a dirty animal, dirty bird, and especially the way it's processed. So people are surprised, but I never ever eat chicken. As a matter of fact, I don't eat birds in general. NF says, we enjoy your talking. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So look, I've noticed I used to have a big red mark on my ankle, on my right ankle on the side. That is fading out. I mean, it was bright red. And Jean took my sock off and she was giving me a foot massage. I know. I've given a million women a million foot massages and they all meant something. Every time I say foot massage, I think of that line from Pulp Fiction. And she said, where's your, you know, because she hadn't seen it for 3 or 4 weeks. She says, where is your psoriasis over here? And I said, oh, it must be, I was joking with her, you know, I said, it must be on the other leg. Of course, knowing it's on my right. So she looks at my left and she's not here either. She goes, what happened to it? I said, it faded. It faded. And it's amazing. She looked at my back. She told me, now I don't know about my back because can't see my back, but she told me I had like little red marks or pimples. I don't think so, but she said those went away. And I'm thinking to myself, and my head got better. And I'm like, she's like, can you believe it? It's the sugar. It's the sugar. I said, yeah, it's the sugar. So then when she brought the honeydew home, she's like, just try one piece. And I was like, that's like giving cocaine to someone who was a cocaine addict. Like, you can't just have your cocaine in moderation. You know, it's interesting because I was a raw vegan at one time and I was listening to this guy named Lauren Lockman. Some of you may have heard of him. He's a raw vegan, mostly a fruitarian who lives down in Costa Rica and has a fasting retreat. And someone once said to him, you know, why don't you just stop being so strict? Just have a little bit of bread, just have a little bit of, you know, this and that. And he says, oh, moderation. Yeah. He says, Do you do your drive-by shootings in moderation? No, you don't. You can't. When you're playing with fire like this, it's very dangerous. Sugar is more addictive than cocaine. You have to understand. You just give it up. And I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm 51 years old. Am I going to live another 50 years on this planet just eating raw meat and raw egg? Now, I know that I can probably put back vegetables at some point because vegetables are not very sweet, but I don't know. I'm just sticking with the plan right now. Um, Joshua Carpenter also says, "What happened with Ken?" Well, Ken and I got into a huge argument. I'm just kidding. No, Ken and I are cool. It's mostly me. Ken has certain hours when he can go on and live stream. I have certain hours. They just didn't mesh recently. And it's just had a lot of things going on. But I would love for Ken to come back. I'm saving this eclipse thing because I want to hear Ken's commentary. I want to play. There's like a 12-minute video I took off TikTok about what happened on the April 8th eclipse. And I know it's time is moving on. We're already in June, but it was very interesting. So that was the show I had planned with him. But unfortunately, yeah, we haven't really been able to get on. Mostly my fault. So sorry, Ken. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm here. And if you guys, like I said, if you have questions, this fire ceremony will begin eventually. I could just imagine them. It's Vedgurudev, and it's this high priestess Brama Acharya from the Himalayas who has a strong Indian accent. He only speaks a little bit of English. And he only goes to Thailand every once in a while. And he told Vedgurudev that he wants to do this fire ceremony with him. And Vedgurudev thought it would be great to go live. So we were supposed to go on at 12:30, and Vedgurudev said, just tell them in the chat we're delayed. We're trying to get the fire started. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. I'll come on here. I'll spend time with you guys. Buy him some flowers. Yeah. Well, Ken, I believe he lives in Florida, but he's not near me. He's up north, way up north. It's interesting here, though, in Florida because Gene, and I wish I had pictures to show. I have tons of video on my laptop. I don't know what happened, but earlier I went on Google and I was fine. And then I went back on Google about 45 minutes ago and like it will not open. It's frozen. And I think it's because my desktop is just reaching its capacity. Like it's has like that much storage left. So the page is not loading. And it's really annoying, but for some reason Firefox works. So I thought I wasn't going to be able to get on, but here we are on Firefox. It's fine. But I'm fortunate. I bought a laptop because they're redoing my roof here. This is not like my personal house. This is the building. And I'm right under the roof here. So about a month ago, I bought a laptop because I figured I can go work somewhere else because the noise is so bad. And fortunately, I do have that laptop, but I have all my stuff on it. I mean, one of these days I'll have everything. I'll have all the pictures and the videos to show you. But I was with Gene earlier and we were on the intercoastal. Some of you who know Florida, there's an intercoastal. So basically the way Florida is on the shore, if you go all the way to the east side, there's a intercoastal, and then you have to go past an island. And then over that island is the Atlantic Ocean. But I really like the intercoastal because it's not as rough as the ocean, and it's more like a lake, even though it is the ocean. And so we just sat on the dock there. We were listening to music. And one of the cool things about Jean is we have similar taste in music. She loves classic rock. So we were listening to a lot of Ozzy Osbourne today, Great stuff, man. Great stuff. All right, Joshua Carpenter says, have you checked out the old world Florida stuff? Did you visit Coral Castle yet? No, I didn't get a chance to go down there. Coral Castle is down towards Miami. This was built by, like I talked about it in previous videos, but it was built by an artist. He used the coral, and it took him, I think, 50 years, something like that, like a half a century to build this thing. So it's something magnificent. It stands there today. Joshua says, Jean didn't know what the dark side of the moon was. Come on. She was completely joking. She knows all of it. Iron Maiden, Pink Floyd, you name it. She grew up listening to it in Brazil, where she's from. So no, she knows very well. All I have to do is just sing a song, mention a song. She knows what it is. Yeah. No, it's awesome because we're sitting on this pier. We're looking out over the intercoastal. The sun is setting, and it's just beautiful. Sometimes I just jump in the water. I'm just like, I can't stand this, and but I can't swim across the intercoastal. I'd love to, but the boats come. And sometimes that current, oh my God, that current could take you far and away. You got to be a good swimmer for that. One time I was swimming in the south of France in Nice. Some of you may know that. And I had an ex-girlfriend, Marissa, and she wasn't the best swimmer, but she could swim. And we were swimming, and that current, once that current picks you up, it could push you right into a rock jetty. And you have to be a strong swimmer to get out of that. And she was, no lifeguards out there going to help you. It's like not many people. So I told her to get on my back. So she got on my back, and I swam her to safety. Of course, being the man I am. But yeah, if she was out there alone, that would have been really rough. So be careful when you swim out in the seas like that. It's not like the pool. Joshua says, I bet she hasn't heard of Brujeria. I don't think I've heard of Brujeria. What's Brujeria, Joshua? Maybe it's a song. Maybe it's a band. I don't know. I always say if I hear the lyrics, I probably know it. Anyway, it's 12:51. Hopefully they'll come on soon. I'm just waiting for Vedgurudev and his Brama Acharya. I'm interested myself to see what this fire is going to be. I've already seen 4 yagna fire ceremonies. Oh, death metal, my man. You know why, Joshua? I'm not really into death metal. I never have been. I mean, as far as the furthest I went was Megadeth. You know, like more like Led Zeppelin, Ozzy Osbourne, Van Halen. You know, that kind of stuff. Was never really into Kiss. Whitesnake is very good. I like, the Eagles. I mean, there's a lot of bands that I like from the 70s, but I wasn't really like a heavy. But I like the shirts, right? Back in the 80s, everybody was wearing the heavy metal shirts. So, had every square inch of my room. I had my own room growing up as I was a child. Had either rock stars on it, or it had sports stars. So yeah, every square inch. NF says, are you attending that conference in July? One Rob from Typical the one Rob from Typical Skeptic podcast is speaking at. No, I think Rob mentioned that, but I'm not really going to I'm not really going anywhere. I mean, the only conference I went to in the last few years was the Spiritual and Galactic Conference in Orlando. That was back in 2022, and I went with Rose. Some of you remember Rose. Joshua says, I thought you were a big fan of Rihanna. Oh, I mean, I said that one time, I mean, yeah, I do like diamonds and stuff, but, diamonds in this. No. Is that her song? Shine Bright Like a Diamond? Yeah, it's a cool song, but there's a few songs from Rihanna I like, but, I don't know. I would say I'm a fan. Maybe I was not a big, huge, tremendous fan like I am for Ozzy Osbourne. By the way, Ozzy Osbourne might be like in his late 70s. I think he has Parkinson's. It's really sad to see the degradation of the avatar. And unfortunately, we get to see it with ourselves. I'm hoping that I can turn it around with Carnivore. So Jean said that I look older. I look much older than I do now. My face looks a lot older than when she met me back about 6 months ago. You think that's true? I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe the carnivore diet, maybe it's all the protein that ages you, but I damn well think the sugar would age you too. Sean says, seems like it's just us guys on right now, but does the fire ceremony have the dancing ritual around it? No, it's not dancing. It's really like the way Vedgurudev does it. He sits by the fire. Now, the first yagna fire ceremony he was sitting way too close to the fire. His knee was almost on the fire pit. I was afraid the fire was going to engulf him, but he's just sitting on the side and he's reading the names off and putting them into the fire. And originally he threw it into the fire with his hand. And I said, we got to change this, Vedgurudev, because I'm not going to see you burning up on a live stream. So he bought like a stick and he puts the piece of paper on the stick and he puts it in the fire, much safer. And he sits away from the fire now. So it's basically him sitting there and he's talking. That's an amazing rabbit hole to go down via shamanic research. P.S. Born and raised Winter Park here, Florida. Yes. Winter Park. Let me see where Winter Park is. I hear of Winter Park all the time, and I've probably seen it in the map a million times, but I'm not really 100% sure where it is. So I'm taking a look to see where you are. Oh, okay. You're near Orlando. That's why. Okay. I've been to Orlando a few times. I told you I was there for the Galactic and Spiritual Concert, so we're about 4 hours away from each other. Clay Baum. Hey, how you doing, Clay? And any questions, comments, drop them, and I'm bringing them up. We're waiting. If you just joined us, we're waiting for Vedgurudev and this high priest of, he's called a Brama, Acharya, who's going to be doing this amazing fire ceremony. I swear it's supposed to happen. And Vedgurudev is usually not late, so they're probably setting things up. And if he doesn't, I'm going to give him a call on the phone. So Joshua says, Rob did a pretty good stream with Eve Lorgan and 2 other guys talking about the AI matrix trap and targeted individuals. I was just talking with, it's funny, when I'm by myself, I really don't say anything. But when I was with Jean, we have these long conversations, and I mean, English is not her native language, but she understands quite a lot. And I was telling her, I could go down rabbit holes. And sometimes I wish I could live till I was 200 or 300 years old, because I'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to do music for the next 30 years. And then after that, I'll be an artist for 20 years. And then for the next 20 years after that, I'll be a novel writer. And then 30 years after that, I'll just concentrate on another career. And the thing is, it's like AI is taking away that incentive, because AI will do everything. It will eventually produce music that's better than any human being. It already can do art that's better than any human being. I can sit there and make 1,000 beautiful AI pieces of art every single day. And things that would take an artist weeks to make, I can make in seconds. I mean, as far as writing is concerned, AI can do it as well. Now, I understand in a certain creative sense, especially when it comes to novel writing and music, yes, it's not there exactly yet. But I do use it to make videos, and it is amazing. You can just tell it, you can just prompt it, and you can say, write me a YouTube script that's 5 minutes long about X, and it will write it. Amazing. And you can regenerate it and change it, and it's all with the click of a button. So, I mean, I don't know. It's taking away the incentive. It takes away my incentive, this AI. But I do believe, you have to wonder, because all of these things were really known about in advance. And these quantum computers, I made a video back in November of 2019 talking about these very advanced quantum computers like D-Wave. And a lot of these computers can predict the future. So they certainly knew about what happened in 2020 and everything else. So they could foresee the future. They could really foresee it and then change things to fit whatever they want for the narrative. And a lot of times what you see in the movies already has happened. One of my favorite movies, Gene was talking about Denzel Washington. It was a movie called Deja Vu. How many of you have seen that movie? Came out around 2004 with Val Kilmer. And by the way, what happened to Val Kilmer? Oh my God. Anyway, so in this movie, no spoilers here, but all right, a little bit. But in the movie, Denzel Washington has to go back in time to save a woman he never met, but he fell in love with just from seeing her on screen. And I know that they have this technology. I just know it. And this was back in 2004. This is 20 years ago. So time is accelerating. Paul says, just is a game. Okay. Thank you, Paul. Adam Ferrero says, hey, I recently found your channel and subscribed. Thank you very much, Adam. Appreciate it. You make great videos. Keep it up. Yes, my videos are very diverse. I used to do videos where I was never on screen. Nobody knew who I was when I made this channel, Open Your Reality. And by the way, this is being streamed live on Open Your Reality, Bend the Spoon, and the Kriya Yoga School channel. But when I made Open Your Reality, my friend said, you're just a faceless narrator. Nobody cares about you. Nobody wants to see you. Okay? You just narrate. So that's what I did. I had channels before that where I was on camera a little bit. I had tried different things, but I always had the most success when I wasn't on camera. So I figured, okay, I'll be the faceless narrator. So I start this channel called Open Your Reality. I post a couple of videos, First one I ever made was on simulation theory. It was something like 10 undeniable proofs we're living in a simulation. Then the second one was on the butterfly effect. Like if a butterfly flaps its wings in Australia, it changes something, like I'd say in North America. So I don't know. I just made these 2 videos, and then I was working on another channel. I was actually doing another channel on Elon Musk and Tesla, creating a news channel, and it was actually pretty successful. It was actually successful in the sense that I was making 4 videos a day on news about Elon Musk and Tesla. And I mean, I was posting just one after another after another. I would go find the latest news story and post it. And I was showing up in Google, and in the first week, I was getting maybe 10, 20 views a video. Second week, that was going to like 100, 200 views a video. Third week, it was like 1,000, 2,000. Then it was going 10,000, 20,000, and 50,000 to 100,000. I mean, I was moving up, and I was actually able to make enough revenue to pay my bills. Just in a month and a half, I was on pace to make $2,000 in that second month. Then I woke up, I went to my computer to make some videos, and what do you think? I get an email from Google telling me that my channel has been demonetized, every single video. So I went from making maybe like, I don't know, like 50, let's say $50 to $75 a day, just in ad revenue. I wasn't doing any sponsorship deals or anything like that, to zero. And then I was like, oh God, that's why when you rely on these platforms for your income, it could be taken away. Like, what's going on with my snapping today? In the blink of an eye, just like that. So that's why it's always good to have your own thing. But if you want to play in this economy, often you got to be on Amazon, you got to be on Google, whatever, YouTube. So you got to play by their rules sometimes. But in that sense, I wasn't really that sad or surprised, because I figured it was coming. You're probably like, why? Well, why did they demonetize you, Chad? Why did they do that? Well, it's because I was taking clips. So I was taking clips from CNN. I was taking clips from here and there from different videos. But I wasn't just playing them. I was putting them together, narrating over it, putting music, text. But what can I say? So then I go back, and I was thinking, I got to go back to the drawing board. What kind of channel can I create now? Because all I ever wanted to do was make videos and be a content creator. And you're like, well, that's ridiculous. You're 51. I mean, YouTube didn't come out till 2006. Yeah, but I had a video camera back when I was 18, 19 years old. I bought one of those 8mm, with the tapes you put in, the people called them a high 8. And I would go around and video stuff. And then I had like a very simple video editor. And it wasn't on a computer. And I would just edit. It was so clunky though. And it would take me like an hour just to put up a title. It was crazy. It was crazy. So technology has gone so far. Now I have Filmora. It's like being in the I don't know, the space age compared to like a horse and buggy. But anyway, I've always just wanted to make videos, really. I mean, I have a lot of interest, but I mean, some of you guys out there may have been, my age. Maybe you had the high 8 camera, the 8mm, or you had a camcorder. It's just cool. I just think it's cool. We go to the movies, we see the TV shows, we kind of want to make that. I'm always watching camera videos too. Talking about lenses, cameras, how to take better video, how to make your videos cinematic. Anyway, so I was saying to myself, I got to do something here. So what am I going to do? And I was like, wait a minute. I put out these 2 videos. I created this channel called Open Your Reality. And that was about 3 months ago, right? So that was back towards January, February. I put these videos out. And then now we're talking April, May. I think it was April. Yes, April. So I go back and I look at these 2 videos, and I hadn't seen this channel in a few months. And I look and I see that the simulation video had 5,000 views. Not only that, but I got 500 subscribers. That's 1 out of 10 people subscribing. So it must be really good content. And so I said to myself, shoot, I think I got my next thing right here. And so I said, all I got to do is put out a few more videos and I can get this channel monetized. And which I did. I posted another, 5 or 6 videos. I was getting good views. And I applied May 13th. I still remember the dates. May 13th, 2019. I was monetized 5 days later on May 18th, my father's birthday. And my father passed away back in 2015. So we're coming up on 9 years. But This is afterwards. So I thought it was quite auspicious to be monetized on his birthday. And from there, I was rolling. I was rolling. I was putting the videos out. I was making enough money to pay my bills with the monetization. And then around November of 2019, it was very short lived. That's when I got hit with the shadow bans. And that's it. And it's been a struggle since that time. Been a real struggle. And some of you are going to say, well, it's not the shadow ban. Yeah, trust me. It's the shadow ban. Okay. Trust me. So anyway, let's go back to the comments. Joshua says, are you going to stick it out in Florida, Chad? Thought maybe you'd consider packing up to move to Thailand with Baba Gurudev. Vedgurudev. Here's the thing, right? My mom moved down here from New York 2 years ago, so she's 79. Yeah, sure, I could travel, but I'm not going to go anywhere. My mom is the only relative that I have. She's the only person. There's only 3 people that in this world that I really implicitly trust. Okay, my mother and I, like, the trust is like it goes without being said. We're like this, and so in one sense, if she came to me and said I need money, I give her all my money, and vice versa. But that fortunately I'm not destitute yet. I had the corporate job now, but I'm not leaving my mother because my mother requested that I stay here in Florida, and I love the tennis here, and actually it's a beautiful place, and as long as I could afford it, I will stay here. I mean, I have a life, I have friends, so would it be cool to go somewhere else and maybe live in a little bit better place but be in the middle of nowhere? Some of you have probably done that. Sometimes people will go live in the middle of nowhere because they can live in a nicer place, but there's nothing there, and it really just depends on who you are. I could do that because I'm like a monk. As long as I have some paths to bike ride on, and I could do a little bit of hiking, and I have a nice house, that's pretty much all I need. I don't need to go to the bars and the clubs. Sure, I just need a gym, and I can get everything else shipped to me. But no, I'm going to stay here. And that doesn't mean that I couldn't travel, right? I went to New York, Boston, and Providence last year. Kind of miss Providence, but no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm staying right here. Staying right here. Thank you, Joshua. But yeah, going to Thailand would be a blast. But oh my God, how expensive is it to travel? Jean just paid $1,300 to go to Brazil, right? And she can't even go one way. She has to fly to New York and then fly all the way back from New York to Brazil. It makes no sense because it's cheaper. I don't know. When I used to go to Europe, it was $400 round trip. Never paid more than $400. And when I used to go to Asia, it was $800 because it was further. But now it's just crazy. Paul says, when can you two talk face to face? I'm not sure who you're talking about, Paul. You talking about Vedgurudev or my girlfriend? Who are you talking about? Paul says, 1, okay. Keep shining bright like the beautiful diamonds you are. Yes. And actually, diamonds aren't really that rare. I just saw a video recently, and I've known this, but they try to make diamonds seem rare. It's all marketing to get people to spend thousands of dollars on these diamonds that they can get for pennies. But yeah, we love the diamonds, don't we? Not me. I don't care about jewelry at all. That's why I don't wear it much. Side note, but would you ever be for hire to do a video for a business? Absolutely, NF. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. Actually, I want to be a video editor. I don't talk about it much because it's, business and marketing and sales and all that stuff really doesn't go with the channels. But yeah, I mean, I would love to. Here, hit me up at openyourreality@gmail.com. Let me see if I can create a banner for that. I'm going to create a banner just for you. Or do I have a banner already? I might have a banner already. No, we don't. Okay. Open. A lot of people, even though I say my email address and it's listed on my video, every video, and it's in my About Us, people always ask me, what's your email address? So openyourreality@gmail.com. I'm making a banner. I use StreamYard. By the way, if you want to stream with a really cool, I only get 50 banners. Crap. That's okay. We'll have to erase one of the 49 banners then. Which one shall we erase? Oh, let's do this one. Okay, delete that so we can make this. Okay, so here it is. openyourreality@gmail.com. It's rather easy. There you go. Send me a email on what you want. We can talk about it, maybe get on a Zoom call or StreamYard call. Thank you. But yeah, I have a plan of attack coming up. And one of the reasons I'm posting a little less these days on Open Your Reality is simply because it's been very busy. And I've been trying to get the Kriya Yoga School off the ground. I mean, there's so much work for it. You really wouldn't think there's a lot of work, but there is. Let's see who we got. Joshua says, yep, AI isn't new either, likely existed for centuries. Well, maybe with the aliens. ET technology, like everything else handed to us since Roswell in 47. Yeah, I mean, it's been said that we made that exchange in Roswell. It's called now it escapes me. I want to say Viagra treaty, Greada treaty, right? The Greada Treaty was signed, I believe it was 1953 or 54. I think it was at Edwards Air Force Base with President Dwight D. Eisenhower, met with the aliens. This was talked about in the book Alien Agenda that was written by the late Jim Marrs, the late great Jim Marrs, who passed away some years ago. But I've read about 3 or 4 books from Jim Marrs: Rule by Secrecy, Alien Agenda, I think it was the $1 Trillion Conspiracy, and a couple others. Oh, he also wrote Crossfire, the JFK assassination, which I had a live stream on that last year with Jay Weidner. Very interesting. He believes that JFK's wife actually pulled the trigger, and that it was a setup from the beginning. I've played back that Zapruder tape over and over. I don't see that. Anyway, that's for a whole nother video. Sorry, I can just go into a lot of tangents. So yeah, we signed over this treaty with the aliens. So basically, they had the right to abduct humans as long as they gave us a list of who they were abducting for medical procedures. And in exchange, we would get some of their technology. Now, they made this deal with the United States. I mean, it's one of the things that a lot of people like to claim that they know what happened, but we really don't know, because a lot of people think that that Russia, that Germany and Australia and some of these bigger Western countries are all in cahoots with the United States, and all the technology is shared. And you have organizations that control the world. Not just the CIA, not just the NSA, but you have the I can't even think of the Council of Foreign Relations and others, the Trilateral Commission, and these are generally comprised of people from all these nations that come together that kind of set the rules and dictate the policy. I really think it's bullshit that people can't travel wherever they want in this world. I mean, the world was given to the people. We've basically inherited this earth. This is our earth. This is our land. We deserve to go wherever we want to go. And yet these governments are telling us, nope, you can't cross this border. You can't go over here unless you show me you have the proper documentation. It's absolute BS. Anyway, I could go on for that. Yeah. Claybomb says, have you ever had an out-of-body experience? Have you done the gateway tapes? Would you go to the Monroe Institute? Never really had a full-blown out-of-body experience. I've had experiences because I have done the gateway tapes. I did order them from the Institute. I would go to the Monroe Institute. I believe it's in Virginia. I read Journeys Out of the Body, all the Robert Monroe books. There's 3 of them. I think there's Far Journeys. There's, I don't know, it's a little late at night, so I have them in my closet. But I read all 3 of them back in the 90s, mind you. And I would get these CDs, because back then it was the CDs, right? So I had the CDs. I would put like a blindfold with a mindfold on, and I had these big over-the-ear headphones. Oh, we got Vedgurudev popping in. But I would try to go out of body and Never really did, I would never really got like I wanted to, but we got Vedgurudev with us. Let's see if we can add Hey, Vedgurudev, can you hear me? Okay, he's setting, things are being set up there. You can see, there it is. So we'll just remove him from the stage for a second. Whenever you are ready, Vedgurudev, just let me know. I'm having fun here talking. I didn't plan on talking. I was planning on doing work tonight. That's it. I'm just going to do some work. But yeah, you could see that they're working right there. All right, they'll let me know. So let's go through the comments. But yeah, never had a true out of body experience. Wanted one though. Definitely wanted one. Thought about it through the years. I mean, in my dreams are like, that's like my out of body experience because so much happens. Gene told me actually I was talking like all night in my dreams. I know I socialize. I don't know if some of you who are especially alone like me a lot, maybe you talk in your dreams, you socialize. I mean, there's always people. I literally like have women that I'm interested in my dreams. Gene's gonna hate hearing that, but I don't know. I just live a whole life in my dreams, and somewhat it seems more real than real life. I don't know. Can't explain it. Paul says, infinite mind. Joshua says, same, miss all the good movies we used to have. Oh my God. I was telling Gene, I said, listen, this music here, we were listening to Baba O'Reilly from The Who. I said, this is from 1971. That's 53 years ago. I said, 47 years from now, 100 years from that song in the year 2071, they're going to be kids about 18, 20 years old that were born in 2050, 2052. And I was like, I could imagine them listening to all of these classic rock songs from the late 60s and 70s and saying, wow, this is amazing. But can you imagine if you were listening to a rock song from 100 years ago and it was like the coolest thing in the world? Because for some reason, I don't know what music or just sucked in the 40s. My grandparents used to play that 40s music. It would just put me to sleep. It's like, wah, wah, wah. It was terrible. I don't know what happened, but the 50s, we went from like 0 to 1,000 in like one year. All of a sudden, the 50s broke out, and it's like, whoa, music went crazy. It was like, wow, that's still some of the best music of all time from the 50s. The 60s, we had good music, but I think, I don't think anything beats the 70s for some of the best disco and best rock. And of course, the 80s, come on. But yeah, it's going downhill. I'm sorry. I get carried away with this. Talk about it. I should have a whole channel. I made a video about that. I was thinking about posting on the channel how good the 80s were. Did it on a different channel. Sorry. Didn't mean to go off on such a tangent. Clay Bomb says, Val Kilmer, too much sugar. Yep. It's funny because I play tennis with a lot of guys that are my age. Some of them might be a little bit younger, but a lot of them are older. And they're 50s, 60s. And all of these guys have guts. Once you get past like 50, your metabolism, your body's not operating as efficiently. You eat a little bit of sugar, it goes right to your gut. And my gut, I just ate a huge meal. I'd say a huge meal, but I ate a meal of maybe like a pound of raw pork. I had raw beef, and I had 3 raw eggs in there. And, Jean saw me eating one time, and I said I was going to go to the gym after. She said, how are you going to eat and go to the gym? I said, Jean, when you eat raw meat and raw egg, it digests like that. You are raw meat. So it's just very, very quick. As a matter of fact, I love working out on a full stomach. I work out better on a full stomach. But if any time that I have to lift my shirt up, you would see that I have a 6-pack. I mean, maybe you guys could see here, the 6-pack. Always had it since I'm in first grade. But I would hate to lose it. But I noticed that when I was eating a lot of sugar, when I was eating a lot of fruit, guess what happened? Started getting a little bit of a stomach, just a little bit. But all those guys, I told them, so you want to lose that stomach? Lose the carbs, lose the plant food, lose the sugar. Because once you start eating sugar, your body, you're locking the fat in. Your body's never going to burn the fat because insulin goes, and it's like store fat. Sorry, guys. I have a nutrition channel here. I mean, some of you guys like the nutrition. So Yeah, Val Kilmer definitely had too much sugar. Val Kilmer is fat and needs to go on the raw pork. That's I was thinking like maybe I could introduce like the new diet. We had the South Beach diet, the Atkins diet. How about the raw pork fat diet? Come on, it's about time. I only eat it because the pork is tasty. Let's see what we got next. Twisted Reality says this world is a joke. Family Guy. You know what? I used to talk about Family Guy. The one thing I really like about Family Guy is that they do a lot of like sci-fi, future stuff. They do a lot of parodies. So I very much appreciate that. I don't know if you ever saw the one where they Stewie creates a time machine. He goes back in time, changes something, and it changes all the futures, and they end up going to all these different universes, these parallel universes, to try to correct it. Oh, that was a great one. I think it's called Road to the Multiverse. That's it. Check out Family Guy, Road to the Multiverse. And we're still working on stuff over there, so we're setting it up. Good thing I could talk for a long time. Long time. I'm okay with that. By the way, when they do their fire ceremony, I'm probably going to just let them do it, and then I may come back at the end. So, yeah, they're the real deal. Who we got next? Chico says, "Hey, Chad. Hey, how you doing, Chico?" NF says, "KK will do." Okay, yeah, sure. Email me. I'll take a look. I'll respond to you. Twisted Reality says, "Dude, it's 1:11. It's proof the simulation is glitched up." All right. You know what time it is right now? It's 1:22. Not 2:22, but 1:22. Yeah, I mean, once you start looking at the clock, it's amazing. You start noticing the 2:22s, the 3:33s, the 4:44s all the time. And they're all messages, right? And if you look it up on Google, it'll tell you the different messages. I forgot every single one of them, but I think 1:11 is like you're on the right track, keep going. Paul says, "Cave 4 is love." Okay, Paul. I travel the multiverse all the time. I know. I do it in my dreams. You probably, I don't know. Do you do it astrally? Are you conscious? Or are you in your dreams? Ancient wisdom. Rima MBA. Okay. I don't know what you're saying there, Paul. And Sean says, Sean, you say, how's your relationship with Jason Bashir's Archaics nowadays? Everyone loved your podcast with him. Love to see another one. I did 2 with him, actually. We don't have a relationship. There is no relationship with Jason Bashir's. We did 2 shows. I had many more subscribers than him at that point, but he has since gained many. And I don't know. It's just like it goes with so many of my guests. I don't want to name names, but we do 1 or 2 shows. And I think I'm a great guest. I'm respectful. I let everyone speak completely. I do nothing but praise them. I'm nothing but kind, considerate, and polite to them. And then I just don't hear back from them. I don't know why. I still think it has to do with my shadow ban. I think if I was getting 20, 30, 50,000 views a video, I think I'd have anybody I want. Almost anybody. David Wilcock, very difficult to get. So yeah, I don't know. I've reached out to Jason a number of times. He's not emailed me back. Same thing with other people. I'm not going to name names. Joshua says, wonder how long Vedgurudev has been without a girlfriend for. Well, you would be surprised, Joshua, because Vedgurudev has a wife. So he is a yogi householder. And I believe he's been with his wife for a while, quite a while. So that's the answer. But Lahiri Mahasaya was a householder as well. And he was the primary disciple of my avatar Babaji. So it can be done. Can be done. Although Vedgurudev's wife is not really on the same page. She's not a yogini. She doesn't really believe in all that. So, it's a tough, you're in a tough spot in that situation because, I dated one of my first real true girlfriends, and I can go get you some pictures and show you, but I don't know. You want to see these pictures? Her name was Sasha, and she was a great personality, truly great. I think she was an old soul too, very mature. I met her when she was 18. She was very, very mature, and we dated for a year. We had a really good time together. We really enjoyed our time together, and then after about a year, she told me she was going to become a Pentecostal born-again Christian, and that she couldn't date me if I was a non-believer. So, I have experience with this. And I told her, I said, look, let me believe what I want to believe. You believe what you believe, and I completely respect you. You need to go to church. You want to believe in Jesus. It's no problem with me, but let me believe what I want to believe. That sent me on the spiritual path, because then I went down to the library and I went to the New Age section, and I was trying to find a book that would prove that the Bible is false. And I came across the Rajneesh Bible, Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh, also known as Osho. Started with Bible 1, was absolutely hooked, and there were like 1,000 pages each, went to 2, 3, 4, I kept going. Couldn't get enough of that Bhagwan. He's got quite a personality, quite charming, quite debonair, quite charismatic. All right, Joshua says, yeah, well, we answered that question. Joshua says, I wonder if 50 Cent and Lil Wayne is going to be fondly remembered 50 years from now. Probably not. There've been a lot of rap. I don't think a lot of the rappers have had the same kind of nostalgic effect that the great rockers have, because the great rockers have been around longer. We're talking 70s compared to 90s and 2000s. I would say Tupac. I would say Biggie Smalls, and Tupac would probably be the two biggest influences. They're martyrs, right? So, and they also had some of the best music. Paul says, in the world, but not of it. Yep. NF says 222 for me. Okay. Yep. And bedtime soon, so may have to catch the fire replay. Yeah. I'm kind of fading out a little bit too. But I told Vedgurudev I'm here. So Vedgurudev, whenever you're ready, you just let me know. Just give me, I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, I see him working behind the scenes to get things ready. So I don't want to put him on stage. Joshua says, no relationship with Jason. I thought you two were dating. Dating. Yeah, right. No. Jason Bashir's, no. Be great. Tell him to write me. Tell him to come back on my show. Twisted Reality says, I have about 5 more years of life. At that point, I'm taking myself out. Okay. So you really don't know. It's not like you're sick or something, but you're just going to take yourself out. You don't know how you're going to feel in 5 years, Twisted Reality. I mean, your reality might change. So hold on. What if you win the lottery? What if you meet the person of your dreams? What if, I don't know, what if AI becomes so intelligent that we could make enough money? Well, we could all make enough money that we don't have to work anymore because AI can do everything for us. All right, let's get to some new comments. NF says Chris Sinatra. Yeah, what happened to Chris? Chris Sinatra was last on my show. I think it was September. I believe it was September of last year. That's on me because I haven't asked Chris to come back. Yeah, I used to have him on every month. Chris is still a friend, still a great guy. We've not had a falling out or anything like that. It's just that, I don't know. Things just go like that. But I still follow him over on his channel, and I think Chris is a great guy. And Chris has always been good to me. He's always been good to me. I met him at the Galactic and Spiritual Conference, and he will forever be a friend for life. Doesn't matter. Okay, Paul says, in the world, but not of it. Yes, Paul. Truth Detective says, I think David Weiss went on Alex Jones the other day. That is interesting. Now, I had David Weiss on my show, I think, at least twice, if not 3 times. The reason I don't bring back some of the flat earthers, because then they just start rehashing the same thing. Because how much can you talk about flat earth once you know certain things about it? That's the thing with flat earth. There's not really a lot of news on flat earth, but I wouldn't mind having David back on. I think he does cover other topics as well. Twisted Reality says, why do we spend 50 plus years just deteriorating and only like 30 as youthful with full of energy? That is a great question. I've been wondering that myself for a long time. And there's a great book that I have. It's called Long for This World. It's a book that came out about 15 years ago, maybe more. And I bought it in Barnes & Noble. I saw it. It was very interesting. It's all about how cells degrade and the quest for longevity. And what's interesting is that there are like jellyfish supposedly don't age. And there's a guy named Aubrey de Grey who's working on trying to fix aging because he sees aging as a disease, not a natural process. And I think one of the reasons why we age so heavily. Now, if you look back through the centuries, you can see that people did age. You might be saying, well, it's all the pollution now. It's all the food. It's all the bad water and the chemtrails in the sky and the stress from modern living and the Wi-Fi. Yes, that does contribute to it. But again, if you look back 200-300 years, when people were like 60 years old, they looked like old men or old women. So I don't necessarily think that it's all the things that I just said that contribute to old age. I think we are programmed to die. We're only programmed to be, optimal until about the age of 30. And even really past the age of 21, we start declining, right? We lose our hair, we start getting a few wrinkles, our metabolism's not the same, our body changes, and it's just a slow degradation. Some people do better than others. Myself, I've never smoked. I've rarely drank in my life, like on 2 occasions. Once when I was 10, once when I was 18. I've never tried drugs, and I think I've eaten healthy most of my life, but yeah, no, I've had a lot of sugar, a lot of fruit, and I was a vegan for years. That probably didn't help. But it does. I know what you're saying. It does suck. It does suck because you see the aging process not only with yourself, you see it with your family, you see it with your parents, you see it with some of the great personalities. Sometimes your favorite actor, your favorite singer. And I saw Gene showed me Bruce Springsteen today, a picture of him, a recent picture. And I was like, that's Bruce Springsteen. So it's crazy. The face, everything changes. And, we only get most youth. They say that, what is it? Youth is wasted on the young. So you don't really appreciate when you're young that you got all your hair, that you don't have wrinkles, that you can eat whatever you want, and that you could run around and not get tired. And you can get injured and you come right back. Most people. But I mean, the decline gets pretty evident once you get to your late 20s, early 30s. I saw it. And a lot of people say, well, you look good for your age. And yes, but when you compared me to what I used to look like, I look like I'm 100 years older. There's like no comparison. So, yeah, I mean, it's inherent in nature. We're only supposed to be here long enough to reproduce, and then nature doesn't care about us anymore. We're meant to die. So, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. But if you think about simulation theory and you think about, if you look at it from the perspective of love and light and reincarnation, we just shed the body and then we get a new body. But unfortunately, yeah, we do have to live 50 years from the age of 30 to the age of 80, in this very slow decline until you get to 80 where you could, it's kind of funny because I don't want to even say it. Anyway, sorry about that. Let's get back to your comments, guys. And Joshua says, but you're both bald. You and Jason are bald. Yeah, we're both bald. Yeah. I have hair. Okay, I have hair, people. Don't you see I shave it? Joshua says, oh, Joshua Tree, you're funny. Because Joshua says you're a perfect match. Okay, you guys in the comment section are having a little bit of laughs. He hasn't had a lot of content out lately, so maybe busy. You guys jive well together. I think I've jived well with almost everybody I've had on. But I did think that Jason and I did jive well. I really do. I think we were cool, I respected him. He respected me. I asked him questions about the simulation or the simulacrum, and he answered them. And we have a little bit of, I'm not really on the same page as him, but I'm not far. Let's just say that. NF says, okay, yeah, we know that. Truth Detective says, Alex Jones, Eddie Bravo, and Weiss had a discussion about flat Earth. I haven't seen it yet. Are you sure that's a new discussion? I think I've seen those 3 talking before. But Eddie Bravo, he does have a show. I believe he's on Rockfin. I was contemplating going on Rockfin at one time, but I decided to go on Patreon. So I'm on Patreon. Joshua says, Chad, I mentioned a book and a documentary. You missed seeing it in the chat. Please mention it again. I'm trying to look at every comment, Joshua. Sorry if I missed it. Claybomb, do you notice you feel better from raw carnivore versus cooked carnivore? I don't think I could do raw. Vedgurudev, you're still okay. He's getting up. He's over there. This is his DJ like section over here. You just let me know, Vedgurudev, when you're ready. All right, he's busy. To answer your question, Claybomb, when I transitioned from being a raw vegan to a raw carnivore, I wasn't a cooked carnivore. I just said, you know what? I know that raw food is way better than cooked food, whether you're a vegan, a fruitarian, a vegetarian, or you're a carnivore or a combination. You're always better off eating your food raw. And I tell this to people. I say every animal, insect, bird, mammal, reptile, creature in the entire world eats their food raw. But man is the only creature that cooks its food, and man is the only creature that has all these diseases and has hospitals and doctors. Like, come on, it's obvious. There's another guy, Dr. Doug Graham, who wrote the book 80-10-10, and he says no baby was ever born with a stove on its back. If it was really mandatory or necessity for us to cook our food, then we'd be born with stoves on our back. But we're not. We're supposed to eat it raw. And it's just difficult to obtain raw food as a carnivore, but you have to kill the animal. They freeze it right away. They ship it to you. I thaw it out and I eat the meat like that. Okay. But if you go eat supermarket meat, yes, you can, but it's just not as healthy. It's injected with dyes and fillers. It's been there on the market for a while. All right, let me bring Vedgurudev on. Hi, Vedgurudev. How you doing? Can you hear me at all? All right. Doesn't look like he can hear me. All right, that's fine. He's busy. I can still talk. A little tired, but I'm going. Over an hour now. These live streams go forever. I was thinking one of these days just to sit here and just be like, okay, some people have live streams where they just study with you or they just work with you. That'd be pretty cool. I just put my camera here and say, okay, guys, we're going to do work today and I'm just going to do my work. Be like, okay, keep you guys updated. I'm working on a video, talk with you. You guys can comment. I'll comment back. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, but I haven't really noticed. Okay, from in the distant past, I used to eat cooked meat, and when I would eat cooked meat, it would feel like I'm eating shoe leather, and it would be very difficult to digest, very difficult to go to the bathroom. I never felt good about it. So when I transitioned to being a raw, the reason that I went raw with the carnivore, like I said, is because it's healthier, but also I read a book by Ajahn Vonderplanets, strange name, but he died some years ago. It's a long story, but he was a mostly raw carnivore. He also had vegetable juice. He would juice, but he talks about the benefits of the raw carnivore diet. It saved his life. So I knew, he said, don't worry, don't let anybody tell you that you're going to get E. coli or that you're going to get parasites, you're going to get this, going to get that. He said, you can eat it. So, yeah. And by the way, they say trichinosis from raw pork, whatever. You can raw eggs. I mean, Jean sees me all the time. She wonders too, because I can go days without eating and I'm just fine because the body is eating the fat. When your body is used to burning carbohydrates with the insulin, you get these low blood sugar cravings where you get a headache, you get nauseous, you got to have sugar. That completely goes away when you go into ketosis on the raw carnivore diet. Completely. So you're just chilling. Very steady, smooth energy. But yeah, I'll check out to see if Alex Jones, Eddie Bravo. By the way, Eddie Bravo is one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. Okay. Joshua Carpenter says, that's a great combo by InfoWars. I do think so myself. I also like that guy, Joel Skousen, who talks about World War III all the time. He's always talking about World War III and how close it is. It's fascinating. Okay. Truth Detective says, just cook it a little bit less, the cow meat, that is. I don't cook it at all. I mean, oh God, did I take the meat in? Shoot, just give me a second. I think I may have left my meat outside. I'll be right back. I'll bring the meat over to show you guys. It's actually still a little bit frozen, so it's not bad. But here you can see this is the meat. They package it. It's 1 pound. This is beef. This was the raw pork with beef. And so I just defrost this because I put it outside because it defrosts a little bit, and it's still hot out. It's like 80 something degrees. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge and I'll be right back and get some water. Okay, chill with me. Chill. You can probably still hear me all the way from over here because it's a really good microphone. Sorry about that. I need some Sprouts water. Sparkling water. These live streams, when they go for this long, you know, you gotta step away a little bit. All right, we're back, guys. Don't leave me. We're here. Don't leave me, please. All right, we're up to Truth Detective. Yes, Joshua, I think Alex will turn flat earther. Hey, I'm blurry. Come on. Sometimes if you put your hand right up to it like this and go like that. No? I'll come back. Come on, camera. See, that's what I get for going away. Webcams are nothing compared to the, look how blue my eyes are. Come on. These are not, I don't have a filter on. These are my real eyes, by the way. Do not wear contacts. I used to wear contacts. I wore contact. These are my calluses. Not a pretty sight. Let me show you the back of my hand. Okay. I'm doing that because I'm trying to get the camera to focus on me. And if that doesn't work, I have one more trick, which is more lighting. All right. I don't want you guys to see a blurry vision of me. All right. I'm going to have to get my light. If I go get my light and I come back, you'll see. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to get my light. I have a room over there with all my gear. Be right back. Getting my light so I can not be blurry. I stepped away from the camera. Come on, light. All right. Where's the light? Just when I need the light the most, it doesn't appear. Okay. Nope. Sorry, I gotta look somewhere else. All right. I got the light. Coming back. Oh God, these live streams. And Vedgurudev disappeared. Where did he go? All right. I'm gonna probably have to go to sleep soon. All right. So what you gotta do is really do a little bit of lighting and then the camera picks you up. Okay, just like that. Good. Oh man. Let's go through the comments a bit more. Oh, Austin Witts was on too. Okay. He's pretty good to Flat Earth, right? Chad should interview Austin. Yeah. I haven't had what was the last interview I did? I can't even remember. True Detective, Flat Earth and Mandela Effect lead me to believe in the Matrix. Me too. Josh Carpenter says, yeah, and the evidence of history being modified is proof of resets. Yeah, I know that Jason's big on the Great Reset. What year is it supposed to be? Like 2040, something like that? Truth Detective says astral projection wouldn't work if this was really reality. And True Detective says, no, the discussion is brand new, happened the other day. Okay. Joshua says there's a free book you can download on simulation theory and how to navigate the video game we're in. It's called Butterflies Are Free to Fly. It's really good. You'll like it. Is that a fiction book or a nonfiction book? Probably nonfiction, but I do have access to this thing called Scribd, SCRIBD.com, and you can read a lot of books there. It's all ebooks, and I think it's like $11, $12 a month, and yeah, it's a lot of books to read there. Not that I have time to read so many books, but True Detective, to manifest money, have a huge box at home with money written on it. We have to welcome what we want. That's pretty cool. I like that idea, True Detective. I wonder where my box could be. Yeah, I like that idea. You could probably, you know what you probably do? You probably go on Amazon or like Etsy or some place like that, and you could probably get a custom box that says money on it if you really want to make it fancy. Otherwise, you could just tape something that says money on it. By the way, I bought something cool the other day. It's a dry erase board. It's a board, 20-inch board that you write with a stylus pen. And so you can write whatever you want on it, and you just press a button, it disappears. It doesn't save it, but it stays on there until you erase it. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was like $20 on Amazon. That way I can remind myself to do more things. And it sticks to the fridge. Truth Detective says, to manifest money. Okay, right. We know that. Interesting idea. Truth Detective, have you tried it? Okay. Truth Detective says, have not, but I invented the idea a couple of days ago. That reminds me of like you remember when we saw Rocky 1 when he's hitting the meat in the as a punching bag, and she says, where did you get this from? And he says, yeah, I just created it. Let me get my light back. It can look really menacing with this light. All right. How many of you like tennis out there? There's a guy, I'm trying to think of his name, but he does impressions of all the tennis players. And he does one tennis player that I just absolutely love the impression of. His name is Dominic Thiem. He recently retired, but Dominic Thiem, he goes like, he has this look, like he has his wide open eyes like this, and he looks right into the camera. I'm Dominic Thiem. So when I opened my eyes like that, it just reminded me of it. This is my little world, but sorry about that. Twisted Reality says, Joshua, I've done psychedelics. It showed that we're prisoners. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's your trip. It's kind of like I watched some of you heard of the Jeff Mara podcast. There was a gentleman on who was a former gangster, and he happened to die for, I don't know, it was like 30, 40 minutes, and he went to hell. And he described hell in extreme detail, the smells of it, the looks of it, everything. But does that really exist as an objective place, or maybe it was just a subjective experience in his mind? I think everybody who describes has kind of a slightly different take on it, which leads me to believe that it's subjective. Are you the same Truth Detective who hangs out over Forever Conscious Research? Truth Detective says, no, I'm not Joshua. Okay. Oh, Joshua says, I've heard a similar idea of cleaning out a closet to make room for a future girlfriend or boyfriend. My closets are pretty full. I have like very little space in this place. Having a walk-in closet would be great. Just leave it open for them. Like you just have one side for your future female or future male. Truth Detective might work, he says. Joshua says the extra items apparently act like energy blockages. The closest idea actually worked for the guy you're talking about. Yeah, I feel the same way when it comes to bringing anything into new in your life. If you have a lot of clutter, it's a bad feng shui. It blocks the energy. So if you're open, that's why feng shui is feng shui. Because if you put certain furniture in certain positions, it's blocking the energy. It's like you don't want to like usually block a window, or you want certain, like for instance, in feng shui, you want to sleep in a certain direction. I do believe in that though. I do. And it goes for all things too. It goes for all things. I'm going through your comments just to find out when you talk about a queen size mattress, I told someone, I don't know if it might have been Vedgurudev, I told someone the other day, when I was married with my ex-wife, we slept in a twin bed for 2 years. But it only works if you have two skinny people in there. So yeah, we were skinny people. Truth Detective says, I want to have time for meditation, reading, and yoga. Yeah, I think we all do. I think we all do. Wow, this live stream is really being delayed. Hour and 20 minutes. I think I see a video that he's trying to still set up. Would you mind if I just take a nap on camera? If you have a comment or question, leave it below. I'm usually thirsty after I eat because I put a lot of salt. I had what's his name? Wolfgang Lozano. Wolfgang Lozano, who changed the name of his channel to Chalice of Immortality. I had him on the show last year, and he said, if you're going to do raw carnivore, salt your food as if your life depends on it. So I do salt my food heavily with Redmond's Real Salt, and I also do minerals. So zinc, boron, potassium, vitamin C, selenium, things like that, magnesium. I put it into water and I drink it. Chad ignored my documentary suggestion twice. No, bring it up again. What is your documentary? I thought I saw it. I said it. Say it again. I thought you said that it was the one that's, I forgot the name, but it reminds you the butterflies are free to fly. No, that's the book. Anyway, say it again, Joshua. Come on, write it down. All you need is if you want to stream live like me and be real cool, all you got to do is create a YouTube channel and get 50 subscribers, and then you too can be a live streamer. Although you probably are not going to be as good as me right away. Just kidding. Josh says, No Man, Old World Order. Yeah, I didn't see that. Truth Detective says you believe in bunk. Joshua says that's a documentary. Maybe it's being censored in the chat. Okay. Yeah. Truth Reality says, I feel you, bro. All I want is enough money so I could focus on exiting the Matrix. That would be something that I would like to. I mean, I used to know a wealthy guy. Well, there was a wealthy guy in Thailand. He would just spend all his time researching these things. And if you really want the time to exit the Matrix, go to a place like Thailand. Go somewhere cheap. I always thought about this, but when I was younger, I always said to myself, there's no way in heck that I'm going to just sit down and work a 9-to-5 job for 20, 30, 50 years. What I would do is, and this was my plan, to work my ass off for 6 months. So I don't care if I had to work double shifts, triple shifts, make as much money as possible and live at home, and then take that money and go off to a cheap place, safe, like Thailand or maybe somewhere in South America, where my money would go far and I could live as long as possible till the money ran out. Then I come back to America and do it again. That would be the plan. Because you think about that. If you save up enough money, you could spend anywhere from 3 months to maybe even a year in one of these other places where you might just need $1,000 a month. So realistically, if you're not making a lot of money in your job, you're making, let's say you're hustling, you're making 40, 50 grand, you could save up money, live at home. How much can you possibly save? Maybe you save 10,000 on the high side, but you can go off and live like for probably 8 or 9 months with that money between the airfare and everything else. That's if you live really on the cheap. But if you're like me and you want to eat a little bit better, stay a little bit better place, maybe get five months or something like that. But in those 5 months, you have no stress. You don't have to worry about working, and you can focus completely on your studies. So I always liked that idea. And then when I did that, when I was living in Thailand, and I thought, instead of coming back to America and working my ass off for the 6 months, why not just try to create a business or make money somehow from the internet, because the internet was just starting up back then. And then I don't have to go back. I could just make it. And that's why I started my business so many years ago. 21 years in e-commerce. All right, who's next? Who has a good enough comment for me to comment on, please? Joshua says, have you read The Smoky God? It's about a guy who traveled to the North Pole and went inside the hollow earth, allegedly a true story. It sounds like Admiral Byrd, but no. It sounds really a lot like Admiral Byrd, because he traveled to the North Pole and he went into the hollow earth too. So maybe that's a story based on Admiral Byrd. Chad, are your nipples hairy? Damn good question. Damn good question. Well, there's only one way to tell you. You know, I could talk all I want, but really I got to show you, right? Meanwhile, Vedgurudev and like the Brama Acharyas are looking on, but I'm gonna do it real quick. I'm gonna flash you real quick. A little bit. Now I could get rid of that right there, but it's just a little too much detailed manscaping. I just shave my chest and torso a little bit. I'm not too hairy. I hope that wasn't a terrible thing to do, what I just did. I hope YouTube doesn't come down on me hard for that. Okay, Vedgurudev says he's on now, 155, so let's bring him to the stage. Hi, Vedgurudev, are you there? Let's see what's going on.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, all right.
I can hear you.
Sorry about the delay. My computer kept shutting down because of it was getting too hot in the Thai sun.
No problem.
We're gonna start now. Okay. Sorry. All right. Can you see me now?
Yes, it's a little glitchy, maybe because maybe it's the daytime and it's not terrible. I could see you clearly. It's just a little blocky. But
I think the computer is getting hot.
Yeah.
That's why I tried to put some shade over it. It kept restarting. All right, so we'll try to. How about now? Better?
I mean, I think everybody, like, your picture is clear. I can hear you clearly. I could see the four gentlemen behind you, and I could see the what do you call it? The statues behind you, the altar.
Okay. I'll move off
And I
to
can
the
see-
side so you can see the yagna better.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I think it's okay. If this is what it is, it is. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Can you hit record on StreamYard, or you're recording this already?
Oh, well, it is a live stream. We've been live for an hour and a half already.
Oh, okay. Sorry about the delay.
No, that's okay. We're live.
Okay, so I guess we're ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start.
Okay. Do you want to say anything before we start?
Do you they asked if you want to describe what the yagna ceremony you would do today?
Today is a Monday, auspicious day dedicated to Lord Shiva. So today we will perform special first Navgraha Puja, followed by the Shiva Puja, and then finally yagna.
Okay. Did you hear that?
Maybe
low?
just repeat it. I think it's maybe better.
You can
Okay.
decide. You can decide.
So he said Monday is an auspicious day for Lord Shiva. So that's why we do the yagna today, because Monday is the most auspicious day for Lord Shiva. And we're going to do puja, then we're going to follow it by the yagna. Anything else I should add?
Now let's start.
Let's start. So we're going to start now.
Yes,
And
yeah,
what we're
it's-
doing right now is called what?
It's first we will worship Lord Ganesha, and then followed by the 9 planets. Worship.
Okay. We will worship Ganesha. Lord Ganesha right there.
Okay.
the Lord of removing all obstacles. Then we will worship the 9 planets,
Yeah. Mother of Lord Shiva
Mother Lord Shiva,
and 5 supreme God,
5 supreme gods,
like Sun, like Ganesha, Sun, Goddess, Shiva, and Vishnu.
Ganesh, son of Shiva, Vishnu,
Goddess,
goddess,
Vishnu, and Sun.
goddess Vishnu, and the sun, the divine light.
Yeah. Okay, let's start. Ready?
So we're starting now.
Okay.
Let's start.
Video's
Start.
good.
Om Avavitra Pavitra Vasarvasthan Gado Vivaya Samre Punkakshan Swaya Punkrashti Punkakshnatu Punkakshnatu Punkakshnatu. तीन बार जल पियो. Drink 3 times water. 3 बार जल पियो. आगे को ले लो अपने आगे को. Drink 3 times. No, drink 3 times. Put it side. Don't put it there. Om Keshwaya Nam Narayana Madhavaya Namah. Drink. Wash your hand. Om Keshwaya Nam Narayana Madhavaya Namah. Piyo. Keshwaya Nam Narayana Madhavaya Namah. Govindhaya Namo Namah Hastavakshalya. Govindhaya Namo Namah Hastavakshalya. हाथ धो ले. ओम गंधम द्वारा दुरदृष्टम वित्तपुष्टम करीष्णीश्वरम सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपहव्यश्रियम्. अंगन्यास. अंगन्यास. ओम मना वाक् प्राण चक्षु चक्षु श्रोत्र श्रोत्र नाभि हृदय कंठे ललाटे शिरे शिखाय बाहु सर्वांगे अस्त्राय फट्. हस्त प्रक्षाल्यो. वॉश योर हैंड. थोड़े जल ले लो. थे थोड़े चावल थोड़े फुल. थोड़े चौल थोड़े फुल. पृथ्वी पूजन ला खा.
हमें एक ही बार करेंगे ना, अपने आप को ये पूरा करवाओ.
दे थोड़े चावल. So this Om Prithvidi, worship of this earth, Mother Earth. Om Prithvidi mantrasya me irvitshi sutram chanda kurma devta sanshodhane vinyoga. Hold on the floor. Take 2 hands. Touch the earth. Om Prithvidi mantrasya me irvitshi sutram chanda vinyoga. Om Prithvi dvairta loka devitam vishnunatrita tam chadare man devavitram jaguchasanam. हस्त प्रक्षाल्यो. हाथ धो. उसको भी हाथ धो. बहुत है. फूल थोड़े पृथ्वी पटड़ा ने द्वारा लो. चावल के तो ये सारे एक नैवेद्य ले लो. सोगी ये एक दाना. इसलिए इलायची ये लौंग ले धूप ले पंडित में. ओम पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गं मुखे आचमनं सर्वांगे स्नानं वस्तवस्तं यपपीतं स्मर्पयामि. एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपश्च नैवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं समर्पयामि. वस्त्रोपवस्त्रं समर्पयामि.
पुष्पम
धूप दीप शारदेव. धूपं दर्शयामि दीपं दर्शयामि. ये दे लाइट.
I'm still here, Veda.
Okay.
It's the video's fine.
चावल बोलो ना.
Okay.
साइड में
All right,
चावल
my
ना, वो
computer's
सीलेगा नहीं.
kind of freaking out, but all right. As long as you can see, it's okay. You can hear me
Yeah,
okay, right?
Yes.
Okay.
वो बंद हो जाएगा.
यार तो साइड पे जा. ये कभी के लिए
बस कर रहने दे, हो गया। वो एक दाना डालना यार।
सीधे लगाएंगे ये, चल
सूर्य देव की अर्घ दे। Pray to Lord Sun.
लॉर्ड सन
Praying to the sun.
Yes. ओम एहि सूर्य सहस्रांश तेजराशे जगतपते अनुकंपे वक्त घनार्जन दिवाकरा। ये दे दो फूल।
ये दे।
और फूल चावल है, दो मिर्च फूल चावल।
अच्छा
फूल चावल
ये कटोरी पे
आपने बोल रख लेना पूछा।
तू दे जा सारे दे फूल चावल दे थोड़े इकट्ठे करिए।
दूसरा बुलाया ना?
ले लो फूल चावल थोड़े
आंसर बुला ले लेना है भाई।
काढ़ो सूर्य देव जी। ओम
सूर्य देवाय नमः।
संज्ञपीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धहैमेष्टानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपश्चन वेद्यं दक्षिणा द्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि। दे सोविदान एक वो भी दे दे। सूर्याय नमो नमः। भगवान सूर्याय नमो नमः। दीप
दीपन दीप
ले लो।
हाँ?
कोई एक मिनट बाद लेना है
हाँ,
फूल
हाँ।
लाने लेना उसी
हाँ
दे
यार, इसी में ले लो, इसको ही ले लो।
दे दे सोगी सोगी वो सारा इकट्ठा दे देखो बड़ी कर लेंगे बार बार नहीं करना। एक सोगी को देखो ले लो जी सारे। ओम सुप्रकाश महादीप सर्वदस्ति मिलावे भीतमं गोविंद गोत्रं बंदगलाम। तू वनस्पसूर्वूत गंधाड़य गंधूत्माग्र सर्वदेवानां धूपोयं प्रतिगदाम।
Swaha.
तिलकाय
खंबे थे सजा था टक्की हो। Take it in left hand. ओम अपसर्वन्तु ते भूताय भूता भूमि संसिताय भूता विघ्नकर्ता संह्यन्तु शिवाज्ञः। सामने ओम प्राच्ये नमः। ये क्लॉकवाइज ओम प्राच्ये नमः वाच्ये नमः प्रतीच्ये नमः उदीच्ये नमः। ओम अंतरिक्षाय नमः। ओम पूजा भूमये नमो नमः। लो संकल्प ले लो थोड़ा पानी ले लो अपने हाथ ये बड़ा आप ले लो पानी। उससे पानी नहीं पकड़ा जाना उसको मैं अर्घा देने दो। ले लो जी हाथ पानी संकल्प
दे
करना
दो
बस,
अर्घ।
पानी बचाइए रखियो।
दे दो अर्घ।
कुछ नहीं, मैं देने लगा हूँ। Hold it firmly. अपना अपना गोत्र का नाम है। आज द्वादशी है तो
कल एकादशी थी, कल एकादशी आ गया तो
द्वादशी है। ओम विष्णु तत्सभ्रमणो हितप्रादविष्णुमदीक्षीश्वेद्वारा कल्पे वस्पत्वन् मंत्रष्टां छतीतं युगे कलियुगे कलिप्रथमजन्मे बहुलोके जम्बूद्वीपे भरतवर्षे भरतखण्डे आयलैंड देशे पदाया प्रान्ते आर्यवर्ते के
द्वयाम
फुलानी विष्णु तत्सभ्रमणो हितप्रादविष्णुमदीक्षीश्वेद्वारा कल्पे वस्पत्वन् मंत्रे
सोमवासराय सनातन
वो नहीं कर यार।
चल आपको
द्वारा कल्पे वस्पत्वन् मंत्रे तां छतीतं युगे कलियुगे कलिप्रथमजन्मे बहुलोके जम्बूद्वीपे ज्येष्ठ मासेश कृष्ण पक्षे द्वादश्याम तिथि तदनुसार सोमवासरे अपना गोत्र का नाम लो। भारद्वाज गोत्र उत्पन्न भार्गव गोत्र अपना chant your name. Don't drink this.
Vedgurudev.
No, your name.
Krishna
भारद्वाज
Kasky.
गोत्र उत्पन्न અહીંયા अपना नाम लो। शीश तंता श्रुति स्मृति पुराणों स्वर प्राप्ते श्रीमान कृष्ण के गृह स्थान पर अभिष्ट सिद्धि प्राप्ति हेतु अभिष्ट फल प्राप्ति हेतु प्रभु चरणों भक्ति शक्ति मुक्ति प्राप्ति हेतु यथा काले यथा समाचार यथोपचारेण श्री नवग्रह पूजन पंचदे ओंकार पूजन भवानी शंकर पूजन माता लक्ष्मी नारायण पूजन सहित सहितेभ्यो गणपति गणेश पूजा महम कृष्य तत्रातो निर्विघ्नता सिद्ध्यर्थम गणपति पूजनम च करिष्ये। So it on the floor. चलो जी किड़ी किड़ी इंग्लिश वाणी रिंग फिंगर
रिंग पाई दी अगर तो
पाई दे कोई इको सीट पाई लो दो दे उसको मतलब दो आएगा
इसको लगाओ ना रिंग फिंगर में।
हाँ
वेयर इट रिंग फिंगर
उसको दूसरा भी दो
ये है ना।
दूसरा में ना फोल्ड करना यस रिंग फिंगर ओम पवित्रेस्तो वैष्णवे सवितुर्वा परस उत्पन्नाम मे छिद्रेण पवित्रेण सूर्यस्य रश्मिभिः तस्य ते पवित्रपदे पवित्रपूतस्य यत् कामा पुणे तच्छकेयम् दादी हाथ धो वॉश योर हैंड बोथ पूरा भर पत्ते का
हेलो हाँ
The video is good. Everything's still
Okay.
going.
Okay, good.
Are they going to light the fire?
Yeah, they do
WhatsApp
this
call
ceremony
continue
first as puja to the gods, and then they
Nice.
light the fire.
Okay.
वो इधर इधर ही ये अष्टदल
उस पे, उस पे, उस पे।
इसके ऊपर है
Please, what's the password of your Wi-Fi?
Best DJ in Asia,
अंदर खा जाए
10.
इसके ऊपर वो रखना
Best DJ?
Asia 10,
Best DJ in Asia?
10. It works.
मेरा एक दुगया था पाव दोनों एक तो पहले एक दुगया था पाव एक सदिया था
इसको लाइव
where is coconut
Coconuts
no you sit where is
in the car.
Where?
It's in the middle.
आगे मैं जहाँ सीट बैठा था ना उसके
It's
सामने
in the console.
इधर से
You're gonna do the ceremony with the coconut right now. So they're gonna do the ceremony with the coconut.
we have to stop first to establish this kumbh we call it kumbh
Kum.
yes kumbh name this pot this is the central place and then followed by the Ganesh Puja and then 9 planets followed by the Ganesh Puja then Ganesh Mother and then 5 Supreme Lord and followed by the 9 planets.
So each one of these squares represents a god. So this pot's called a kuma, right? And they go through all the gods. Lord Ganesha is one square, the 9 planets are one square. So each one of these geometric symbols, these yantras, symbolizes God.
Okay.
This is called a kumba, the pot. You see they wrote in turmeric on it, the symbol of Om, swastika, Ganesh, of
ऐसे ये मुख हो गया ये
prosperity and wealth.
तक ये चुके लो ना उधर बीच पाओ
नहीं मुख गड़ा
जी भी रखना कोई चक्कर नहीं
Do you understand Hindi?
No. Okay. So,
मुख दे यू है
पानी
but I've been through this a couple times, so I kind of understand the process, but I'm learning also.
Okay.
Okay.
This coconut symbolizes your consciousness, so when I open a coconut, you open your consciousness.
वाहित देवता सुप्रतिष्ठा सुप्रतिष्ठा वरदा भवन्तु कलशे दे पूजा करे ओम कलशे आवाहित कलश का ध्यान करना ये पानी वरुण देवता आवाहन करना फिर सारे ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश का आवाहन
करेंगे
सप्तमात्र का भी करना
चलो
ओम कलशे आवाहित वरुणादि देवताभ्यो नमः पाद्यो पाद्यम मस्त्वर्गम मुख्याचमनिम सर्वांगे स्नानिम वस्तवसं यदुपीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मे अक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदीपश्च निवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि गन्धाक्षत पुष्पधूपदीप निवेद्यं दक्षिणा यथा संभोचानि समर्पयामि बलदेव ध्यान करो ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश ये वरुण आदि देवता सप्तमात्र का सब प्रतिष्ठित हो जाने थे हरि ओम स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृधशवाः स्वस्ति न वोहा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति न सार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु पयः पृथिव्यां पय ओषधीषु पयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षपयोदः पयस्वति प्रतीशः सन्तु मयं विष्णोरराटमसि विष्णुषण्पत्रे स्थो विष्णो सयूरसि विष्णो ध्रुवोऽसि विष्णवसि विष्णवेत्वा अग्निर्देवता वातो देवता सूर्यो देवता चन्द्रमा देवता वसवो देवता रुद्रा देवता आदित्या देवता मरुतो देवता विश्वे देवा देवता बृहस्पतिर्देवतेन्द्रो देवता वरुणो देवता द्यौ शान्ति अन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोहदय शान्तिर्वनस्पतय शान्तिर्विश्वे देव शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगुं शान्तिः शान्तिसामा शान्तिरेधिषु शान्तिर्भवति ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितुरिधुरितानि परासु यद्भद्रं तन्नासु हिमारुद्राय तपसे कपर्दिने क्षधराय प्रवरामहे मति यथा शमस्त्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरमिदं ते देव सवितुर्यज्ञं राहुर्बृहस्पतिब्रह्मणे तेन यगपतिं तेन मावव मनोज्योतिर्युषतं मजस्य बृहस्पतिर्यगमिमं तन्नोतुरिष्टं यज्ञगुंस्मिन्मन् दधातु विश्वे देवः स इमादयन्तामुप्रतिष्ठये हवे प्रतिष्ठा नाम यज्ञौ यत्प्रेतेन यज्ञेन यजन्ते सर्वमेव प्रतिष्ठितं भवति ॐ गणनान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे प्रियनान्त्वा प्रियपतिगुं हवामहे निधिनान्त्वा निधिपतिगुं हवामहे वसो ममाहं जानि गर्दमातं जासि गर्भदं नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यो नमो नमो भ्रातेभ्यो भ्रातपतिभ्यो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृहस्पतिभ्यो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यो नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति भगवान गजरण गणेश चंद्र महाराज की जय ओम सुमुखचैकदन्तश्च कपिलौ गजकर्णकालं भद्रव्यगणपकर्णाशो विनायक भूमृगेन्द्रो बालचंद्रो विधारणा द्वादिष्ठानमाणि पठेश्वणियादिभिः विद्यारम्भे वाच प्रवेशे निर्गमे तत्संग्रामे संकटजवनस्य निजायते वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा मंगलमूर्ति भगवान गजरण गणेश चंद्र महाराज की जय एकदंताय विद्महे वक्रतुंडाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् श्री गणेशाम्बिकाभ्यां नमो नमः ओम पाद्योपाद्योमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्तवसं यगोपीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मे अक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदीपश्च निवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि ठंड लकड़ी है एक दिन और जी इसी तरह को पंचामृत स्नान कराओ लो चंगी तरह इन्हें खुआई लो
ये लो
पूरा पूरा के
लकड़ी को क्या करना
लाई लो मैं उसी मिक्स कर यू डोंट ड्रिंक योगर्ट मेरे के तरह करोगी लौंग 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 ਇਹਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ
पूरा डिप करो ना
अन्य में देना ना इसी रखो गणपति जी की ਇਹਦੇ ਚ ਉਹ स्नान कराओ अंदर बढ़िए ओम पंचनदः ससदिमपियन्ति सस्रोतसा सस्वतु पंचनदः स्वदेश भवसरितं वैद्युतिगतं जैन्मदि शर्करयुतं पंचामृतं मयदेव स्नानार्थं प्रतिगताम् चंगी सारा कर लो सारा ये पंचामृत बनी है उन लो जल शुद्धोदक समर्पयामि स्नानं समर्पयामि और कर लो ये पंचामृत में पतरा ये ना पड़ा और कर लो वो पीने जो शुद्धोदक समर्पयामि उसको स्थापित कर दो दोबारा मुझे नस्ते दिया कुछ
ठीक है
ये सूख जाएगा धूप से थोड़ा
ओम पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनं सर्वांगे स्नानं वस्वसं यगुपीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदीपच्च निवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं समर्पयामि तो पंडित नैवेद्य दे भगवान को सारा ये बड़े भगवान है एक एक चीज़ तो दे दे कोई चक्कर नहीं है खाना थोड़ी हाथ में ले सारा इकट्ठा देना होता है वो भी दे ओम नाभ्यासिदंतरिक्षकुं शीर्षणोदयो संवर्तर्पदभ्यां भूमृदिशा शोधा तथा लोकां मकलवेन निवेद्यं निवेद्यामि अर्घ्य जलाओ विशेष अर्घ्य दो गणपति महाराज की विशेष अर्घ्य होता बाकी विशेष नहीं होता
पाओ
नहीं अली नहीं मंत्र करना बड़ा विशेष अर्घ्य ये लौंग लाची सोगी ठीक है विशेष अर्घ्य ये लो टिक्का भी विशेष पानी पाया बस एक बढ़ो ये मुंह थे थोड़ा अथे बढ़ लो नहीं कर आता थैली करो शेष अर्घ्य अली नहीं जो लास्ट में पड़ा this is special worship to offering to Lord Ganesh.
This is a special offering to Lord Ganesha.
ओम रक्ष रक्ष गणाध्यक्ष रक्ष लोक्य रक्ष भक्तानां भयं कर्ता त्राता भव भवार्णवात द्वै मातुर्जटा सिन्धुषाणं मातुराग्रज प्रभु वर्धं त्वं वरं देहि वाञ्छित वाञ्छितार्थ अनेन सबलार्घ्येन फलदोस्तु सदा मम ओम भूर्भुवस्वः सिद्धिबुद्धि सहित महागणाधिपतये नमः विशेषार्घ्यं समर्पयामि गणपति के ऊपर चढ़ाओ बस यहाँ चढ़ाओ सारा विशेषार्घ्यं समर्पयामि गणपति की प्रार्थना कर दो जी सुखते बैठे गणपति को गणपति हमारे प्रसन्न करो नहीं प्रसन्न हो तो कुछ नहीं फल अरे नहीं
Flowers on.
और स्पेशल ऑफरिंग विद ये लो ठहरो गणपति जी हमारे खाली सूखा सूखा थोड़ी करना
जी को पहले
चलो ये कुंभड़ी चढ़ा ये पहले दिया हैं ये चढ़ाई लो गणपति जी महाराज
They put a scarf on Ganesh. Special offering.
फूल सारे हो रहे
Okay.
ये फूल सारे
Make him beautiful.
नहीं ओम विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय स्वरप्रियाय लंबोदराय सकलाय जगद्विताय नागाननाय श्रुति यज्ञ विभूषिताय गौरीश्वराय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते भक्ता तीनाशनपराय गणेश्वराय सर्वेश्वराय शुभदाय सुरेश्वराय विद्याधराय विकटाय जवामणाय भक्तप्रसन्न वरदाय नमो नमस्ते नमस्ते ब्रह्मरूपाय विष्णुरूपाय ते नमः नमस्ते रुद्ररूपाय करिरूपाय ते नमः विश्वरूपाय स्वरूपाय नमस्ते ब्रह्मचारिणे भक्तप्रियाय देवाय नमस्तुभ्यं विनायक लंबोदर नमस्तुभ्यं सततं मोदक प्रियं निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा त्वां विघ्नः शत्रुतलनेति च सुन्दरेति भक्तप्रियेति सुखदेति वरप्रदेति विद्याप्रदेत्य घरेति ते ये स्तुवन्ति तेभ्यो गणेशवरदो भव नित्यमेव अनया पूजा तद्देवती सहित महागणाधिपतये सांग सपरिवार प्रियताम् हेमन महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः ओम नाभ्यासिदन्तरिक्षकुं शीर्षणोदो संवर्ततपदभयं भूमृतिशाश्वता तथा लोकां मगलवेन्न विद्यं निविद्यामि दक्षिणां स्मर्पयामि दक्षिणा देते तो फिर कार्य ठीक से दो ना गणपति ये गणेशाम्बिकाभ्यां नमो नमः ओम प्राणाय स्वाहा अपानाय स्वास्मानाय स्वाव्यानाय सावधानाय स्वाय नवदन्ते पुनराचमनं सर्पयामि श्रीमन्महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः गणेशाम्बिकाभ्यां नमो नमः ओम अम्बे अम्बिकै अम्बालिका नमः इति कश्चन सत्यष्का सुभद्रिकां कां पीलवासिनीं गणेशाम्बिकाभ्यां नमो नमः लो जी करो ओमकार का ध्यान फूल चोल ले लो गल गल तो फूल चोल लेना भाई ले ले पंडित जी मेरा जी हाथ लगा लो उसकी को दे दो
मिक्स करके दे दो ना एक
इसी को दे दो ये ले मैं सर देता फूल उधर से चावल ले ले दे दो उसको
एक ही मिक्स करके पकड़ा देना सब
सब दे दे मैं एक बार मंत्र पढ़ूंगा
ये सारा चीज
एक एक पीस ले लो जी कुछ भी ये रुपया में पूजा नहीं होती पहले ध्यान करना फिर मैं जो जल चढ़ाई लगा फिर ओम ओम think about Om
Om. This is for the symbol Om, like Omkara.
ओंकारं बिन्दुसुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगनकान्तं मोक्षस्य ओंकाराय नमो नमः पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्तुवस्तं यगुपीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपच्चनिवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि भगवान ओंकाराय नमो नमः टेक अगेन माता महालक्ष्मी गॉडेस
Lakshmi.
कल करते अरे ये देखो थल्ले रह गया ये को जने हुए थल्ले रह गया फर्क करो इन्हें उधर नहीं गॉडेस महालक्ष्मी श्री महालक्ष्मी नमस्तुभ्यं सुरेश्वरी हरिप्रिये नमस्तुभ्यं देवदेव पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्वसं यगवीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपच्चनिवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि श्री महालक्ष्मे नमो नमः That's one just one time Brahma ji
Preparation for another.
This is for offering for Brama.
ओम चतुर्मुखाय विद्महे कमण्डलुधाराय धीमहि तन्नो ब्रह्म प्रचोदयात् ब्रह्मणे नमो ब्रह्मदेवाय नमो नमः पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्वसं यगवीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपच्चनिवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि ओम ब्रह्मदेवाय नमो नमः ब्रह्मणे नमो नमः चलो विष्णुदेवाय चावल नहीं लेने विष्णु भगवान में चावल नहीं लगते
Vishnu.
Lord Vishnu
This is for offering for Vishnu. God. Lord Vishnu.
शङ्खचक्रधगिरीकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सत्सुहेक्षं सारवक्षसर्कोस्तुक्षणमामि विष्णुं शप्सात् चतुर्भुजं पादिपादिमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्वसं यगवीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपच्चनिवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि भगवान विष्णवे नमो नमः सारे दे अब चावल भी लें अब शिव जी महाराज दो चावल भी दो ले लो जी चावल फूल ये बहुत सब
This one's for Shiva, right?
Yes, Shiva.
Mahadev is Shiva. So this is
five
offering
supreme
to
god
Shiva.
worship of five supreme god
5 supreme gods. Lord Shiva.
हो गए ले पेशाब शू सब दे दिया
चलो
ध्यायेन नित्यमहेशं रजतकिरणभं चारुचन्द्रावतं संरत्नाकल्पजलाङ्घं परशुमृगवराभीतिहस्तं प्रसन्नं पद्मासीनं पन्तासस्मरगनिभ्यागृकितं सां विश्वादिं शिवन्दिं निखलवायहरं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रम् ॐ पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्वसं यगवीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपच्चनिवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि भगवान महादेवाय नमो नमः ये नवग्रह एक मंत्र में मैं सारा खत्म कर दूंगा
ये सारे कर रहे हैं एक ही में
एक ही में
को मैं
नहीं एक मंत्र पढ़ूंगा वो थोड़ी फेंकना मैं एक मंत्र पढ़ूंगा अलग अलग 9 मंत्र नहीं पढ़ूंगा
अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है वो गर्मी भी
चलो नवग्रह का ध्यान कर लो जी सारे नवग्रह शांत हो ब्रह्मवरारी स्थिभ्रांतकारी भानु शशभूम सतपतश्चुक चुक्क छन्नाहु गेत्वा सर्वग्रह शांति कर भवन्तु ओम पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्वसं यगवीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपच्चनिवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमो नमः Go to 9 planets that
This is the 9 planets.
now the Lord of 10 sides
Lord of 10 sides next.
पहले ना फूल चोल दे गल गलते देने ने काका
हाँ वो तो ये कर रहे हैं ना उधर बात पहले
10 दिक्पाल
10 टिकवा
Say again?
10 Lord of sides
Lord of
East,
10
west, north,
sides.
south. ओम पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्वसं यगवीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपच्चनिवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि 10 दिक्पाल देवताभ्यो नमो नमः सप्तमातृका ओम पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गं मुख्याचमनिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्वसं यगवीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धाय मेक्षतानि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपच्चनिवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि सप्तमातृकाभ्यो नमो नमः नवदुर्गादेभ्यो नमो नमः दक्षिणां स्मर्पयामि दे पंडित पाद पकड़ ये ले सनी 2 मिनट का मंत्र तो पढ़न दिंदा नहीं है तो पहले ही शुरू हो जाना चढ़ा एक बाद च किन्नू चढ़ाना दिंदा पर 10 तिरपाल अलग चढ़ाने 4 दे लाए लो सारे हाथ
ਇਹ ਨਕਲੀ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰੀ ਹੋਏ
खाली ना दे कश्मीरी ला लो सारे हाथ दो सोगी दाल फुल छिल सब
सारा
सोगी
सारा
दाना,
जी, सारा।
ये वो सारे देवता ओए इस तरह
वो तो उसको गर्मी नहीं थे वस्त्र
वस्त्रोपवस्त्रं स्मर्पयामि
नमः
कैसी याद है प्रभु जी
प्रभु
वस्त्रोपवस्त्रं योगपीतं स्मर्पयामि
नमः ओम गायत्री
उपवस्त्रं स्मर्पयामि
नमः
चलो ओके
तो ये पढ़ो मंत्र
ओम नाभ्यासीदंतरिक्षगुं शीर्षणोदयो संवर्तपदभ्यां भूमृदशाश्रोता तथा लोकाम् अकल्पेन निवेद्यं निवेद्यामि
सर्वमे नमः
नमः
Is it hot?
As you can see, it's hot in Thailand. The midday sun
Yeah,
is pounding on the top of your head. You see they're wearing their scarves on top of their head.
मेन मुख्य पूजा कर लो और बाद सीधा होगा
हाँ सीधा करो
लोटा है ना
लोटा
पानी का
लोटा नहीं है कटोरी
ਚਲੋ ਇਹ
चलो
ਕਰੋ
ठीक है अर्घ्य नाल कर लो
हर गना
अर्घ्य नाल कर लो चलो जी दूध चढ़ रहे हो हमारे
पालो
नहीं तांबे का
ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ
हाँ बात से दूध नहीं ना करेगा
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਜਲ ਚੜਾਓ ਨਾ
नहीं तांबा चाहिए ना पीछे दूध हाँ दो पानी वो तो पीछे बड़ी
बोतल पे
वो तो मुंह लगाए थे
ठीक
नहीं
उन्होंने मुंह लगाया हुआ है
पानी पिया था इस पे
जाओ उधर से वो सामने पड़ी हुई
मैं लाऊंगा
इधर से जा इधर से
पहनेंगे नहीं
इधर से जा
वहाँ पे रखी है हमको
So what will we do next?
worship these 3 gods and then stop yeah.
We will worship the 3 gods, Goddess Lakshmi, Devi, Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesha. Then we will start the yagna ceremony.
Udanai swaha, apanai swaha, smanai swaha, vyanai swaha, udanai swaha, nivedante varunachmanim sarpayami. गणपति सहित नवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमो नमः जल्दी मतलब गर्मी बढ़ी है
गर्मी नहीं मेरे पाँव जल गए हमसे अच्छे तो बहन जी लैपटॉप है
थोड़ी जाना थोड़ी इच्छा होगा ना कर लो
नहीं होना
बड़ी जगह हमारे बड़ी जगह
कोई लान तो बस
नहीं इधर वो थोड़ी
उसे क्या मुँह करेगा चल तो निपटा
अच्छे
ओ
निपटा तू
निपटा मतलब चलो आगे
गणपति जी
गणपति
महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः ओम गणनां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे प्रियनां त्वा प्रियपतिगुं हवामहे निधिनां त्वा निधिपतिगुं हवामहे सोममाहं जानिकर्तमातं जासिकरदं नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यो नमो नमो भ्रातेभ्यो भ्रातपतिभ्यो नमो नमो गृहस्यभ्यो गृहस्पतिभ्यो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यो नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति भगवान गजानन गणेश चंद्र महाराज की जय एकदंताय विद्महे वक्रतुंडाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् गणेशाम्बिकाभ्यां नमो नमः ओम अम्बे अंबिके अंबालिका नमनायति कश्च सत्यश्कासभद्रिकां कां पीलवासिनी शिव महाराज ध्यान करो ओम ध्यायन नित्यमहेशं लयतकर्णफं चारु चन्द्रावतं समरत्नाकलवजलाङ्गं परशुमृगवराभीतिहस्तमृतन्नं पदमासीनं पन्तास्तत्मरगणव्याघ्रकृतं सानं विश्वादिं विश्ववन्द्यं निखिलवायहरं पंचवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रं सौराष्ट्रे सोमनाथं च श्रीशैले मल्लिकार्जुनं उज्जयिन्यं महाकालोङ्कारं अमृतं पर्णं पैतनाथं जडागिन्यं भीमशङ्करं हेतुबन्धहेतुरामेशं नागेशं दार्कोण वाराणस्यं त्रिक्षेशं त्र्यम्बकं गौतमितटे हिमालये तु गदारं विष्मेशं त्रिश्वालये एतानि ज्योतिर्लिङ्गानि सायं प्रातःवठेन रसप्तजनं कथं पापं स्मरणेन मरिष्यति नमः पार्वतीपते हर 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 महादेव शम्भो काशी विश्वनाथ पाद्यपाद्यमस्योर्गमुख्याश्मणिं सर्वाङ्गे स्नानिं वस्त्रवस्त्रं यपवीतं स्मर्पयामि एषगन्धानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपश्च निवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि
वो माला इसी के लिए तो नहीं लाई है
कौन सी
वो टेबल पे पड़ी है
एक जाना
माला
चारों दी शिवलिंग ऊपर
फॉर व्हाट पर्पस
हाँ शिवलिंग
शिव,
पे
yeah.
चारों ओम ओम जम संभोर्भवस्वं त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे स्मन्दं पुष्पवक्त्रं भवार्कमन्त्रान्मत्तमुक्ष्मामृतात् ओम स्वाहा भवाभू ओम ओम साधुं ओम ओम त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे स्मन्दं पुष्पवक्त्रं भवार्कमन्त्रान्मत्तमुक्ष्मामृतात् ओम त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे स्मन्दं परिवेदं भवार्कमन्त्रान्मत्तमुक्ष्मामृतात् ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमन्योतो दिग्बाहुभ्यामुत्ते नमयाते रुद्रश्वतनूर्घोरापापकाश्रीत्यां संभाषन्तमे कृष्णताभिचाक्षिः ओम पंचवक्त्राय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ओम सद्जातं प्रवदामि सद्जाताय वे नमो नमः भवे भवे नादि भवे भवस्मां भोदवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमः ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमः रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कल्विकर्णाय नमः बलविकर्णाय नमः बलाय नमः बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतं नमो नमनाय नमो नमनाय नमः अघौरेभ्यो गौरघौर्तरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते यस्तु रुद्ररूपे वय ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ईशाना सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणो अधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मेऽस्तु सदा शिवो नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गं रागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्ध्याय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय मंदाकिनी सलील चंदन चर्चिताय नंदीश्वर प्रमन्नाथ महेश्वराय मंदार पुष्प भव पुष्प पूजिताय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय शिवाय गौरी वदनापति वंद सूर्याय दक्षादुर्नाशकाय नीलकंठाय ऋषभ्याय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय वशिष्ठ कुंभोद गौतमार्य मुनिं दतिवाच शेखराय चंद्रार्क वैश्वानलोचनाय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय यक्षस्वरूपाय जडधराय पिनाकस्ताय सनातनाय दिव्याय दिवाय दिगंबराय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय पंचाक्षरमिदं पुण्यं यावठे शिवसुनिधो शिवलोकवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते नमः पार्वतीपते हर 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 महादेव श्री शंभो काशी विश्वनाथ गंगे अक्षतां समर्पयामि थोड़ी पसंद आए वो
So they were just giving an offering to the Shiva Ling,
Okay.
the symbol of Lord Shiva.
Do you think the ceremony will go on? How much longer do you think the ceremony will be?
They said after this they're going to light the fire. Maybe another 20 minutes.
Okay. Is it okay if I step away for 15
Yeah,
minutes?
it's okay.
Okay.
बोला वो रेट वाला काम मुक्की है
ठीक है
गैस गर्म है
वो गर्मी वो पीछे बैठे थैला थैला बिछा ले नहीं कर यार
हवा आ रही है ना
ओम नाभ्यासिदंतरिक्षकं शीर्षणो संवर्तरवदभ्यां भूमृतशाश्वता तथा लोकां मकलवेन्निवेद्यं निवेद्यामि
तो टाइट इट विद समथिंग ना wind is there passing so that the umbrella is yeah
शमीपत्रं स्मर्पयामि अरे कुर्सी ले ले
आया नहीं आया हो गया सर आया मैं आया
मान का सब
अच्छा
माता की पूजा कर रही हो मन खड़गं चक्रगदेषु चापपरिघाशूलं भुषण्डिं शिरशङ्खं सन्ददतिं करे श्रृणयनं सर्वाङ्गभूषावृतां नीलाशं दुतिमासपाददशकां देवे महाकालिकां यामस्तो सुपिते हरोगं लजुहन्तं मधुकैडवं मक्षचक्रवरशुं गदेषु कुलिशं पद्मधनुकुण्डिकां दण्डं शक्तिवशं च चर्मजलजमघण्टासुराभाजनं शूलं पास्तु दर्शने च ददतिं हस्ते प्रसन्नानां सैवैर्भीमर्दनीमि श्रीमहालक्ष्मीं स्वजस्थितां घण्टाशूलहलानि शङ्खमुसले चक्रं धनुसायकं हस्तावजर्ददतिं घणान्तबलश्यतां शुतुल्यप्रभां गौरीदेह समुद्भान्तर्गतामाधारभूतां महं पूर्वामत्र सरस्वतीमनुपदेशं भादिदत्यार्दिनीं भगवती महाकाली महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वतीं सन्नपतत्वम् ओम पाद्योपाद्यमस्वर्गमुख्याश्मनिं सर्वाङ्केशानिं वस्तवस्तं यगपीतं स्मर्पयामि एष गन्धायमक्षाणि मानि पुष्पाणि धूपोदिपच्चनिवेद्यं दक्षिणाद्रव्यं स्मर्पयामि श्रीमहालक्ष्मी नमस्तुभ्यं नमस्तुभ्यं सुरेश्वरी हरिप्रिये नमस्तुभ्यं ध्यान दे ओम श्रीं ह्रीं श्रीं कमलकलाल श्री श्रीं ह्रीं श्रीं ओम श्री महालक्ष्मी नमो नमः सारे द्वारा ध्यान कर लो सारे पूरे परिवार का ओम श्रीमन महागणाधिपतये नमः गणेशाम्बिकाभ्यां नमो नमः नंदीश्वराय नमो नमः वीरभद्राय नमो नमः कार्तिकाय नमो नमः कीर्तिमुखाय नमो नमः ओम सर्वाय नमो नमः। ओम शेष देवताभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम या देव रुद्रशिवतनुर्घोरावापकाशनित्यान स्तन्वशन्तने कृष्णता विजाक्षीः। इसी बिलपत्र समझिए सन चाड़ी और माने जो सोचो बिलपत्र है। ओम त्रिद्रम त्रिगुणाकारम त्रिनेत्रम त्रियायुधम त्रिजनम पावसंहारम एक बिल्व शिवार्पणम बिल्वपत्रम समर्पयामि। शमीपत्रं समर्पयामि। घाटिवस्त्रं समर्पयामि। पुनराचमणि समर्पयामि। युगपीतं समर्पयामि। सुगन्धतेलं धूपं दीपं नैवेद्यम् आचमनीयं समर्पयामि। भस्म समर्पयामि। आप जोड़ो मंत्र पुष्पांजलि दे दो। ओम भवाय देवाय नमः। शर्वाय देवाय नमः। ईशानाय देवाय नमः। पशुपते देवाय नमः। रुद्राय देवाय नमः। उग्राय देवाय नमः। भीमाय देवाय नमः। महते देवाय नमः। ओम देव देवाय नमः। ओम अगौरेभ्यः उद्गौरेभ्यः गौरघोत्तरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वशर्वेभ्यः नमस्ते यस्तु रुद्ररूपे वय। ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। ओम शर्वाय शितिमूर्ते नमः। भवाय जलमूर्ते नमः। रुद्राग्निमूर्ते नमः। उग्रावाय मूर्ते नमः। भीमाय आकाशमूर्ते नमः। पशुपतये यजमानमूर्ते नमः। महादेवाय सोममूर्ते नमः। ओम ईशानाय सूर्यमूर्ते नमः। एवं संपूज्य तदा शस्त्रगणे सन्प्रणम। ओम नमः शिवाय इति जप।
चलो करो स्वागत हवन
अभ्यासीदन्तरिक्षकं शीर्षणोदौ संवर्तरतरभ्यां भूमिर्दशाश्रोता तथा लोकान् अकल्पेन निवेद्यं निवेद्यामि।
शांति आती है ले बाटी लकड़ी
बड़े लाओ ऐसे नहीं ऐसे
नहीं
इसको ऐसे ही जलेगा
ये शुद्ध नहीं है।
Now you will start the yagna, right?
यज्ञ
Havan.
हवन हवन
Havan. Hama.
होमा हवन ओम
So we're now going to start the yagna, the homa, the havan, the holy fire.
This is cow dung.
Huh?
Cow dung.
Cow dung.
Cow dung.
So he's putting cow dung in the bottom of the yagna before he puts the wood in.
तुमने काफी है कि वो ले आए बोलाना है फायरवुड
चारों तरफ नंगा के ना गया जब नंगा के ना गया या
वो पैसा पे काम नहीं करेगा हीट करेगी
चल जाए
बड़ी हीट है फिर पहला उसी को डाल देगी इसको ऊपर
The wood they use in traditional Indian havan or yagna is mango wood. So he's putting the mango wood inside now.
What is this? This kind of wood? This is bamboo?
No, not bamboo.
मुझे लगी
Hold.
इन्नी के करनी है
पाँच सात दे पास
वो इन्नी के करनी है तो कीड़ा नहीं होएगी लो
साइड
सारे लगे सारे पर दो तीन ये क्रॉस करने लगा
वो तो लाया था नहीं चंगी
हाँ खिलाया था
कितना लाया वो तेल मार
खिलाया था ये गर्मी से सेट हो गया
This what you're mixing, what is it called?
देखियो
बहुत बढ़िया बहुत
this
बढ़िया
is ingredients like hops and black sesame, white sesame, and this is special kind of herbs.
This is special herbs for the yagna, the havan.
इसको दे दो आगे
नहीं इसको तो दे दो आपने किसको तो गुरुद्वारे जाना सफाई
अपने पास
बरतानी कहते ना है
हाथ ना हो गया
ये हाँ रे जाए अपने से पांडा दो आप दोनों ले लो मुझे इधर से दे
एक हाथ से मतलब एक ले और ले भी
So you can see special yagna seasoning, bunch of herbs, special for the havan, the yagna fire ceremony.
इकट्ठा करता रहा
प्रसाद का काम खत्म हो गया पंचमेवा भी है रे
वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ
लो जी पंचमेवा खाओ
इलायची भी डाल इलायची से डाल देना सी भाई
नहीं लाची की रहने दे
इलायची रहने दे किशमिश
इसको पानी दे
किशमिश
थोड़ा रहने दे प्रसाद है आप ना ना प्रसाद नथु तो सामने रख
चलो चलो तो सर जल्दी करो
पहले भी सामने रख
ये क्या करेगा
ये तो तोता नहीं तो पानी ना
दो है यार
चल दे दे उसको लकड़ी है
What do you call this? This is a ghee spoon, right?
That's to pour water. This is copper,
It's a copper spoon to pour water,
not for water.
So-
For putting this ingredients.
putting the ingredients in the fire.
लाइन में मत चलते रख कर रख
देख लो जी व्यवस्था नहीं है क्यों उससे
पहले क्यों दे देनी है ना
क्यों तो ना भी
नहीं क्यों ये लास्ट देनी है पहले देनी
नहीं पहले इसमें बता दो
पकड़ पानी भी चाहिए एक गुने से
ले लो एक घूटी पानी पानी का धोना इतने रखो तो साइड पानी का फिर पाना ठीक है इसे समझाओ
क्यों
घूटी
उधर
देनी फिर पानी का पाना धोना
फर्स्ट
नहीं क्यों है ही नहीं दे
वो क्यों है ना साइड पे
Ghee.
ये ले लो
देन डिप इन द वाटर
खाली
Clean
चमचा
with
वो
water.
कर कुछ
डिप वाटर देन अनदर स्वाहा
Swaha.
हियर टेक अनदर
चल भाई
चलो
Put in ghee first, clean off. Put in the fire, clean off. Put in ghee
हो जाएंगे बाद में
again.
डाला तभी बाहर
Offer to the holy yagna, the havan.
थले 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 सुनो ना
He's putting camphor to light the fire.
इसी तरह सुनो ना बस चलो
जल गया Oh,
करो स्टार्ट
चलो
क्यों पाना
First you have to pour this oil in this. Wash this.
dip in the water and take the next one.
Okay, got it.
हाँ ये क्यों इशारा कर रहा है तो ही ले लो फिर
खाली
ले।
डिप करनी
ओम प्रजापते स्वाहा इदम प्रजापते
स्वाहा
wash wash ओम इंद्राय स्वाहा इदम इंद्राय इत्यागः
Swaha.
ओम अग्ने स्वाहा इदम अग्ने
Swaha.
ओम सोमाय स्वाहा इदम सोमाय
Swaha.
इत्याज्य भागो ततो व्याहृति होम ओम भू स्वाहा इदम अग्ने
Swaha.
ओम भुवा स्वाहा इदम वायव्ये
Swaha. स्वाहा
ओम स्वः स्वः स्वाहा इदं सूर्याय
स्वाहा
ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः इदं प्रजापतये नमः बस उन्हें ले लो स्मिता शेड्यूल क्यों खत्म हो गया ओम गणनान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे प्रियनान्त्वा प्रियपतिगुं हवामहे निधिनान्त्वा निधिपतिगुं हवामहे वसो ममाहं जानि कर्तमादं जासि गर्भदं नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्चवो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्चवो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो बृहस्पतिभ्यश्चवो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्चवो नमो नमः स्वाहा प्यार से गणेशाम्बिकाभ्यां नमो नमः ॐ अम्बे अम्बिके अम्बालिका नमः इति कश्च सत्यस्काद्रिकां काम्बीलवासिनीं स्वाहा ओंकारं बिन्दुसुप्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगनकान्तं ओंकाराय नमो नमः स्वाहा श्रीमहालक्ष्मी नमस्तुभ्यं सुरेश्वरी हरिप्रिये नमस्तुभ्यं दयानिधे स्वाहा ओम ब्रह्मणे नमो नमः स्वाहा ओम विष्णवे नमो नमः स्वाहा ओम महादेवाय नमो नमः स्वाहा मातृका होम ओम गौरे स्वाहा ओम परमाय स्वाहा ओम शचय स्वाहा ओम मेधाय स्वाहा ओम सावित्रे स्वाहा ओम विजयाय स्वाहा ओम जयाय स्वाहा ओम देवसेनाय स्वाहा ओम स्वदेहाय स्वाहा ओम स्वाहाय स्वाहा ओम मातृभ्यः स्वाहा ओम लोकमातृभ्यः स्वाहा ओम भ्रष्टय स्वाहा ओम पृष्ठय स्वाहा ओम पुष्टय स्वाहा ओम आतम देवदय स्वाहा
नहीं आपने नहीं बुझी
pouring ghee into the fire.
सही बता थोड़ा क्यों बचा दो
वो बड़ा उठा बेदा क्यों
बचा दे पड़ा तो क्यों चुपला मार दो क्यों तो बिचो पा दे साइड पे कर ले थले कर दे क्यों लास्ट जा दे शतदार रास्ते
थल्ले आग लगनी चाहिए यार
लगी
इन्हें दोनों लकड़ी पीछे करो ना इन्हें थल्ले लो जेडी ऊपर खड़ने इन्हें थल्ले लो हाँ इधर थल्ले लो इधर लगाओ ऊपर वाली भी चुप लो
सप्तमात्रका ओम ललिताय स्वाहा ओम उमाय स्वाहा ओम गौरे स्वाहा ओम अंबिकाय स्वाहा ओम श्रीलाय स्वाहा ओम वराहाय स्वाहा ओम भगाक्षय स्वाहा यागी के सप्तमात्रका नाम ओम श्रिये स्वाहा ओम लक्ष्मय स्वाहा ओम धृतय स्वाहा ओम मेधाय स्वाहा ओम स्वाहाय स्वाहा ओम प्रज्ञाय स्वाहा ओम सरस्वतये स्वाहा
ठीक है रहने दे बाद में काम आएगा ये अलग के लिए आपकी गल रहने दे
चलो
नवग्रह ओम सूर्याय स्वाहा
स्वाहा
ओम चंद्रमसै स्वाहा ओम भौमाय स्वाहा ओम बुद्धाय स्वाहा ओम बृहस्पतये स्वाहा ओम शुक्राय स्वाहा ओम शनैश्चराय स्वाहा ओम राहवे स्वाहा ओम केतवे स्वाहा अधिदेवता ओम त्र्यंबकाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम उमाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम स्कंदाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम विष्णवे स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम इंद्राय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम यमाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम कालाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम चित्रगुप्ताय
स्वाहा।
प्रतिदेव ओम अग्नये स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम अदभ्यास स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम पृथ्वये स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम विष्णवे
स्वाहा।
स्वाहा ओम इंद्राय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम इंद्राणये स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम प्रजापतये स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम सर्पेभ्यः स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
पंचलोकपाल ओम विनायकाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम दुर्गाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम वायव्ये स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम आकाशाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम अश्विभ्याम स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
दस दिक्पाल ओम इंद्राय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम अग्नये स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम यमाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम निरुद्रये स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम वरुणाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम वायव्ये
स्वाहा।
ओम कुबेराय
स्वाहा।
ओम ईशानाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम अनंताय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम वास्तोष्पदये स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ओम यत्रवालाय
स्वाहा।
ऋषि होम ओम सप्तऋषिभ्यो अरुंधति सहितेभ्यो
स्वाहा।
ओम ध्रुवाय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
मगस्याय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
होमेन होमेन सूर्यादि नवग्रहे प्रत्यदिदेव पंचलोकपाल दिक्पाल वस्तु क्षत्रपाल पालस्य प्रियताम नमः ध्यायेन नित्यमहेशं राजकरणं चारु चन्द्रावतं समरथनागल्वजलाङ्गं परशुमृगवराभिधि हस्तं प्रसन्नं पद्मासीनं मन्तास्तत्वमर्गनिभ्याग्रगतं सानं विश्वादिं शुभन्तिं निखिलवैहरं पञ्चवक्त्रं स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
सौराष्ट्रे सोमनाथं च स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
श्रीशैले मल्लिकार्जुनं स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
उज्जैन्यं महाकालोङ्कारे
स्वाहा।
ओंकारममलेश्वरं स्वाहा परलं
स्वाहा।
वैद्यनाथं च रागिनीं भीमशङ्करं चेद्वन्दे रामेशं नागेशं दार्कं वारणस्यं तु श्वेशं त्र्यम्बकं गौतमितटे हिमालय तु केदारं विश्वेशं च शिवालय स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
ईराणयोद्रलिङ्गानि सायं प्रातपठेन रसप्तजनं कथं पापं स्मरणेन विनश्यति नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम शिवाय 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 नमः
स्वाहा।
त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनं उर्वारुकं भद्रान्वत्तमुक्षमामृतात्
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 स्वाहा।
ओम भवाय नमः स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
भवाय नमः स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
शानाय नमः स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
पशुपतये देवाय नमः
स्वाहा।
उग्राय नमः स्वाहा
स्वाहा।
रुद्राय देवाय नमः
स्वाहा।
भीमाय देवाय नमः
स्वाहा।
महादेवाय नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
मैत्रेय देवाय नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
देवदेवाय नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्
स्वाहा।
ओम पंचवक्त्राय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्
स्वाहा।
ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम रुद्राय 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 नमः
स्वाहा।
देखो जब देखो 2 3 4 5 5 ओम श्रीमन् महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम गणगणपतये नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्
स्वाहा।
ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्
स्वाहा।
ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय तन्नो वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्
स्वाहा।
नारायणाय विद्महे 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 वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्
स्वाहा।
ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्
स्वाहा।
आपदामहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं क्षामं भूय भूय नमाम्यं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय मानसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय वदे नमः नीलाम्बुश्यामल कोमलाङ्गं सीतात्मारोपीतपां भागं पाणमः चार्चापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथं स्वाहा ओम राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम ततुल्यं रामनाम वरानने स्वाहा श्री रामचंद्र कृपाल वज्रमण हनपदाननो कंजलोचन मुखतवत गंजावणं स्वाहा ओम देवकी सुदाय देवकीनंदाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो कृष्णः प्रचोदयात्
स्वाहा।
ओम देवकीनंदाय वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो कृष्णः प्रचोदयात्
स्वाहा।
ओम कृष्णाय नमः
स्वाहा।
कृष्णाय नमः
स्वाहा।
ओम गणगणपतये नमः देवकी सुत गोविंद वासुदेव जगतपते देहि मे तनयं कृष्ण त्वामहं शरणं गता
स्वाहा।
ओम देवकी सुत गोविंद वासुदेव जगतपते देहि मे तनयं कृष्ण त्वामहं शरणं गता
स्वाहा।
ओम देवकी सुत गोविंद वासुदेव जगतपते देहि मे तनयं कृष्ण त्वामहं शरणं गता
स्वाहा।
देवकी सुत गोविंद वासुदेव जगतपते देहि मे तनयं कृष्ण त्वामहं
Hey guys, I showered, changed my clothes, ready to go. I don't know what happened with the ceremony, but it was supposed to be a 20-minute a 20-minute ceremony that starts at 12:30 that goes to about 12:50, 1 o'clock latest. But yeah, here we are at 3 o'clock in the morning. Can you guys see me? Maybe Vedgurudev's computer heated too much. Can you guys see me or no? Let me know. Or is the stream dead? Mystic, can you see me? Can you hear me? Are you alive? Am I the only one here? Oh, okay, you can see me. Yes, yes. Okay, good. Thank you, Mystic. Mystic, you have some good comments. I enjoyed your comments a lot. You said that we're actually not in the world. We're just hooked into it, similar to the Matrix movies. Yeah, we're all one. That was another, I think it was a Jeff Mara podcast where a guy said he went to heaven and he saw and was told that we're all one. We're all made of the same basic ingredients that make up the universe. Yeah, I know. The thing is that if I had to get into the shower at one point, I usually like to shower before going to bed. And it seemed like the ceremony was going on quite a while. Did they light the fire? I missed that part. I left about 20 minutes ago. Did they light the fire? I know. I can't believe I was in the shower too. But I was told that this yagna ceremony is going to go from 12:30 to like 12:50. So. But yeah, but this is cool. I do love live streaming, just hanging out with you guys. I mean, maybe one of these days I'll get, I don't know about you, get Mystic, get Joshua on, get you guys on. And okay, they did light the fire. No, but they did a human sacrifice, Joshua said. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. I'll catch it on the live stream tomorrow. I'll catch it on the recorded version. You're probably wondering if I go back and watch these. I don't. Maybe once. Okay, once. I could talk all night. I just get sick of hearing myself. Does that make sense? Huh. Funny, Tommy. Funny. Yeah, they sacrificed Chad's sleep. They're gonna start with the roof in the morning, probably 7 in the morning. So I got to get to bed soon. So no, I can't get this. Oh, Vedgurudev just came back. Just as I was answering, I was like, no, I can't get it back. It's probably his computer was overheating. It was the daytime. It's like 120 degrees in Thailand now. It says device not connected, but I can see he's trying to connect. He's trying to connect right there.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We're doing.
Okay.
We're live right now.
Yeah, the plug came out, so it went off. I'm gonna connect it again. Hold on.
Okay, but I should go to sleep now though.
Okay. How much time will we have left? 5 minutes. It's just 5
Okay.
minutes left.
Yeah, I could do 5 minutes.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You can hear me okay? And you can see
Yeah.
me? Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's get the full screen.
Okay. All right. Stan? Yeah, we're all set, right?
Yeah, it's a little blurry, but hopefully it'll get clearer.
Is it blurry?
Yeah.
Trying to. Hold on. Let me put the umbrella over it again so the sun doesn't hit it.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. Better now?
I wouldn't say so, but let's look again. It's not really blurry. It's just kind of blocky. Okay. That's
It's better now.
hopefully. It's 5 minutes. We'll go with it.
Wow.
Stand by. Put it down.
Go ahead.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnada Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate Swaha. Apa ni pandai? Boleh yo. Pandai yo. Apa ni? Yo marai kemana? Ini kali sana, kabel ada di sana. Okay, come here. No. Oh, sorry. Data कर रहे हैं, ना data कर रहे हैं. पहले दोनों. ना. ini data ini. Data. खोलो ना खोली. Data करो. Data. ये दूसरा भी कितने दूले ini. बस. पहले यार फिर लो अपना. This. Om Vaso Pavitramasi Shatabaram Vaso Pavitramasi Satradaram Devaswata Suvitam Sapunata Vaso Pavitrayan Satadhariyan Supavakama Makama Dusha Swaha. अपने अपनी जगह से रखिए करोगे दक्षिणा कर लो 4 कर लो भाई जानकारी बाबा को मंत्र नंबर 3 क्रियाहीनम यदभूतम सरेश्वरी यदभूतम मैं देव परिपूर्ण सदस्तु में श्री से थोड़ा जल सकिए तीनों मथे दे उसमें लो मथे और साथ ओम चक्राय नमः ओम चक्राय नमः ओम चक्राय नमः ओम श्री इंद्राय नमः ओम श्री इंद्राय नमः श्री इंद्राय नमः हेलो. Throw it on the floor. Put the water on your eyes and forehead 3 times. Om Chakraya Namah, Chakraya Namah. No, take water from the floor. There you throw it. Take water from the floor, there you throw it. Open it. Open it. Preserve it. For the next time. Hello. Finished? Okay, that's it.
Yeah, yes, Vedgurudev. Is it over or is it going?
Yeah, it's over. That's it. We're finished.
Okay. Your picture is very clear now. It's good. It's better.
Yeah, sorry. Halfway through when it cut out, the plug came loose and fell out, so the battery died.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to say to the audience? Or do you want me to? Sorry, we're doing like a 3-hour live stream here.
I don't know. Do we have any questions or no?
Not really. No. So
you're down.
Yeah. So I could just come on and basically end it if you want. 1 second.
Yeah, we could end it.
Okay.
That's it. We're finished, right? We're finished. Finished, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thank you, Vedgurudev, for doing this ceremony.
Yeah, thank you. I hope all the viewers, sorry for the long delay, but we were, the sun is very powerful in Thailand today, so it kept heating up my laptop, so we couldn't start.
No problem. So I'll let you go, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks for everything, Thad. Take care. Thank you for all our viewers for joining in.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you very much.
Offer your full devotional prayer to God and Goddess to get rid of your sins, and bow your head and ask Him, give them peace. Give to all your peace.
Thank you.
Burning up all your problems
Because
in the holy
all
fire.
the things matter at last is peace.
Peace.
Okay.
Shanti.
Om Shanti,
All right.
Shanti, Shanti.
Take-
Om
Thank you.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So that's it.
Okay,
Thank you.
Vedgurudev. Take care.
I hope we burned up all the viewers' problems in the holy heaven, the Hama Yagna.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, there it is. I got a call here, it just came in. I'm gonna have to end the live stream. Are you there, Ted?
I am here.
Okay. Do you mind being on the live stream?
Yeah, I'll call you back.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Stay there. All right, guys, I gotta go. It's we've completed the ceremony and we've been on almost 3 hours. It's been great. I'll come back for a live stream another time. See you all in the next video. God bless you and namaste. Good night.